love of liberty, in the fires of hope and prayer, with boundless faith in our destiny, we solemnly declare. Side by side we stand, islands of the blue Caribbean Sea, this our native land. We pledge our lives to thee. Here every creed and race find an equal place, and may God bless our nation. Here every creed and race find an equal place, and may God bless our nation.
Heavenly Father, we come before you at the start of this new day, giving thanks for life, for health, and the opportunity to serve through this station. We ask for your divine presence to guide us in all we do. Bless this broadcast, that it may be a source of inspiration, joy, and unity to all who tune in. Whether near or far, may our words uplift, our music heal, and our message bring light to those who need it most. We pray for our listeners, wherever they may be. Grant them strength for the day ahead, peace in their hearts, and success in all they put their hands to. Cover those traveling with your protection, and those at home with your comfort and provision. Lord, may everything we do bring honor to you and be a blessing to others. Guide our steps, bless our efforts, and let this station be a vessel of positivity and hope. In your name we pray. Amen.
Your voice, your soundtrack, your station. New Era TT Radio. Net Radio.
Today I'm feeling nice. Today I'm feeling nice. Hey, I say today I'm feeling nice, nice. Say, Father, you bless me. Nothing can stress me. I was born in so much love. Thank you, mommy. I stay so humble and giving. People don't know how I'm living, but I ain't got no worries, cause everything done paid already. I handle everybody. Now it's time to reward me today. I gon' make a difference. Everything done paid already. I handle my family, and now it's my turn. So I'm going on the road and spoil myself, spoil myself. Take a moment by myself. I need to pamper me, because in this life I work so hard for it, and I make so much sacrifice, so much sacrifice. That's why today I'm feeling nice. Today I'm feeling nice. Today I'm feeling nice. I say today I'm feeling nice. Take a little jump cause I'm feeling nice. Take a drink cause I'm feeling nice. Take a little wine cause I'm feeling nice. Today I'm feeling nice, nice, nice. Father, you bless me. Although life might depress me, I was raised with so much faith. Thank you, mommy. Some people they rate me, some of them hate me, but I don't ever worry, cause everything done paid already. I handle everybody. Now it's time to reward me today. I gon' make a difference. Everything done paid already. I handle my family, and now it's my turn. So I'm going on the road and spoil myself, spoil myself. Take a moment by myself. I need to pamper me, because in this life I work so hard for it, and I make so much sacrifice, so much sacrifice. That's why today I'm feeling nice. Today I'm feeling nice. Today I'm feeling nice. I say Take a little jump cause I'm feeling nice. Take a drink cause I'm feeling nice. Take a little wine cause I'm feeling nice. Today I'm feeling nice, nice. So tell them that they can say what they want. Say what they want. I don't have to agree. I don't have to agree. You doing you. You doing you. And I doing me. And I doing me. Yeah. I make my way. I make my way. At the end of the day. At the end of the day. I don't care what people have to say. Cause I know that everything done paid already. I handle everybody. Now it's time to reward me today. I gon' make a difference. Everything done paid already. I handle my family. And now it's my turn. So I'm going on the road and spoil myself. Spoil myself. Take a moment by myself. I need to pamper me. Because in this life I work so hard for it. Hard for it. And I make so much sacrifice. So much sacrifice. That's why today I'm feeling nice. Today I'm feeling nice. Today I have to say. Cause I know that everything done paid already. I handle everybody. Now it's time to reward me today. I gon' make a difference. Everything done paid already. I handle my family.
It's the Net Radio Breakfast Show.
Today
Bringing
I'm
you the
feeling
energy,
nice.
music and vibes to start your day
Today I'm
right.
feeling nice. I say today I'm feeling nice, nice. Say, Father, you bless
Well,
me.
I know exactly how he is feeling. Yeah, because you know what?
So much
Today I feeling nice myself.
I stay so humble and
And I
give
hope wherever you are
Don't know how I-
tuning into us from,
But
that today you feeling nice too.
us. Everything done paid already.
So let me say a very special good morning. Everything done cooked and curried. Everything done ready. And we're ready to go.
Everything done paid already.
Trinidad and Tobago, good morning to you.
I know it's my
Neighbors in the Caribbean, how are you doing this morning?
myself, smile myself. Take a moment by myself.
Friends and family streaming all around the globe, different time zones, time slots. Hey, good day to you. And of course, thank you so much for getting up with us
So much sacrifice.
each and every day.
Feeling nice. Today I
You know
feel
what? That is enough to be thankful for. You have the breath of life.
I'm feeling nice. Take a little jump cause I
You know
feel
what that means?
Take a drink cause I'm feeling nice. Take a little wine cause I'm feeling
All the wrong,
Today I feel
you have the opportunity to put them right.
nice.
And all the things that you've been doing right,
Me. Although like
it gives you the opportunity to continue doing those things.
much faith. Thank you, mommy.
So let me say much thanks to the Heavenly Father for bringing us together for another day.
Whoever worry come.
And all that we do there, God,
Done paid
let it be a blessing on to you.
Now
It's a Friday.
it's time to reward me today. I gon' make
Cheers to the weekend.
everything done paid already.
As we welcome you to Net Radio,
And now it's my turn.
Era TT Radio, Net Radio, the heartbeat of the Caribbean. And yes, we take you above and beyond.
I need to pamper me because in this life I work so hard for it, hard for it. And I make some
Whatever you need today as you go into the weekend, just take it and have a good time, right, everybody?
I'm feeling nice.
Welcome to the Breakfast Show.
Get up, get up. It's the time to start the day. The breakfast show is here. We bring in the soca way. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Wake up, it's a brand new dawn. The breakfast show got the vibes turned on. From Morocco's Bay to the Savannah line. Let's start the day in Caribbean prime. Good vibes rolling through the air. The breakfast show, energy everywhere. We talk, we laugh, we make you think. Grab your double or your morning drink.
It's a Friday, baby.
Stuck on you.
Hoppa!
I got this feeling down deep in my soul that I just can't lose.
Doesn't know.
Yes, I'm on my way.
DJ Jazzy on the remix, baby.
Needed a friend.
Hey.
And the way I feel now, I guess I'll be with you till the end.
South Africa to the world.
Yes, I'm on my way.
Shake with your mama gave ya.
Mighty glad to stay.
Hey. Your weekend starts right here, baby.
And right now, your weekend starts. Everybody, good morning to you. Good morning to the world. Oh, it's such a wonderful day. And you know what is nice about it? I'm not even sure why. But you know what? We are so happy to be here with you. We're in the land of the living. I'm your Sir Charles. Didn't tell you that just now, right? And yeah, thanks for being with us on the Breakfast Show on Net Radio, Monday to Friday. We're here, 6 a.m. Well, the exception of the holidays, but we are here nevertheless. So let me say good morning to my co-host, Richard, who I'm sure will join us at some point in time. And of course, yeah, the man who's always on time, shows up on time. That's a good track record to have. Uh, Wendell Stephen. Wendell, good morning.
Morning, morning, Sir Charles. Good morning, Richard. Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago. And good morning, listeners and viewers all over the globe. You answered your own questions just now, Sir Charles,
Uh-huh.
when you said sometimes you're not even sure why, and you did answer it because you're in the land of the living.
Yes, yes.
That's it. That's about it,
I think that is enough to it.
Sometimes that's all you need, just
Yeah.
to be here. Because Lord alone knows sometimes you wish. I mean, Trinidad and Tobago, I don't know what's happening, but well, we know what's happening. You know what I mean? But I don't know how it could be reversed. Everything could be reversed, of course.
Of course.
I always say you can't give up on certain things. People can change. You know what I mean? So let's hope that there is a change coming.
Yeah, let's hope
Change
for that.
starts with you, eh? The change really
I
starts
know
with
I
you.
said it already. You have to start to make that change.
Yeah.
How was your holiday yesterday? You went, well, I know you didn't go and play all fours yesterday.
No. I didn't. I went and taught a school actually.
Really?
I did a little family time with my grandson.
Okay.
Because it's not a holiday where I am.
Oh yes.
Yeah. So we did some stuff to try to secure his future, So that's what I spent the day doing yesterday.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are you ready?
Outside of traveling, because I traveled the whole morning, and then when I got here, of course, that's what we did.
Yeah, that is the beauty of what we do on the internet.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
people don't even know when you are where you are. It could be
And
almost.
I love that.
No, it's a nice way.
Yeah, I love that, So
There are some people that whenever you make a call, the first thing they ask you, where you?
yeah,
Certain members of your family most of the time do that.
yeah. Well, the members of my family know not to ask me where you. They know not to ask me that.
Yeah, I have a couple people that call me. That's the first thing that I say. So where are
Yeah.
you? I say, good morning.
You know I answer. I say I'm in my pants. I'm assuming that I actually have on clothes. Then I say I'm in my pants.
Well, they would know that either.
Oh Lord.
That is always the thing. But yesterday was a nice day, and I mean,
It was rainy. I looked at it. It was rainy.
yeah,
Even this morning, I think I was seeing rain in Arima.
yeah, because like some places, especially up in the east, Arima like is the reservoir for Wassa. So like they had a lot of rain coming down the east west corridor. It only really started on my area here last night. Most of the day was
I warned you all, Sir Charles. I said Corpus Christi is traditionally a rainy day because it's the day a lot of people plant, so the soil had to be nice and soft and easy to turn up and so on. But Corpus Christi is generally a rainy day, and it didn't disappoint yesterday. But yeah.
But I'm hoping it is the official start of the rainy season. We need some more rain. Yeah, places just real hot. The nights are sticky. Yeah, I welcome the rain. I'm looking forward to the rainy season.
No, I'm not actually.
But I know some people don't like it because of a lot of things. Some people can't take the water, the mud, the flood, the mosquitoes.
The inconvenience of being stranded places.
Yeah.
You can't go out, you can't get this, you can't do that, you know.
Yeah.
And I'm not an umbrella person. I have 3 umbrellas in my car, Sir Charles, that I've never used.
I remember you always saying, when you coming down the road, you must bring one and drop it right. But the next time you pass by me with your vehicle, you say, come pass one of them umbrellas. Yeah.
Yeah, I have 3 umbrellas that I don't use. I just, if the rain too hard, I ain't coming out. But I generally run through the rain or whatever.
Yeah.
I hate opening an umbrella because guess what? You have to close it back when you get back in the vehicle. And sometimes that could be the most distressing thing to do. Close a wet umbrella on yourself or in your vehicle. So I don't use it.
I think it's gonna come probably in one. If I can remember, I saw it in for use.
He's setting records today for people.
Yeah.
It's Friday and he's having his coffee early.
But I got it in time.
You got some sleep last night, clearly.
Oh
Yeah. I don't think I slept though.
And why is that? Your usual problems?
Yeah, but I think my adrenaline on a little high. You know?
Why something exciting happened?
Well, yeah, kind of. Because I think I would have mentioned it earlier with Sir Charles. I am actually in Virginia with my grandson. You know, so it was an exciting day yesterday, and it'll be probably an even more exciting day today. And,
Okay.
Yeah.
This is the one who was breaking the one who runs and stuff.
Yeah.
Who just got the medal and stuff like that.
Yes. That's it.
Oh, okay.
That's it.
Cool.
You know. So
anyway, just sorry, I didn't even say good morning. Good morning to our listeners and viewers wherever you are across the planet, and of course, good morning to my co-host Wendell and Sir Charles on this Friday morning. Hey,
you have a little plaything. You have a little plaything on this weekend?
No, I don't. We come back at the end of the month on the 27th and 28th of June. At the end of the month, yeah. And we'll be at Queen's Hall. We have not been at Queen's Hall with display. In fact, we have been at Port of Spain. Well, the only place we've been at Port of Spain has been at Central Bank Auditorium. So we will be at Queen's Hall on the 27th and 28th of June. And the following weekend, on the 4th and 5th, we'll be at Naparima Bowl in San Fernando. And those Southerners have been clamoring very loudly for us to come back to South, so we'll be at Matter South. This play has been phenomenal. There's no other word. And I mean, the audiences have been spectacular. And the reviews have been even whatever other adjective you could use for that. So we'll be in Port of Spain. We're back in Port of Spain and finally at Queen's Hall. People wanted us to come to Queen's Hall. I've also been clamoring for us to come to Queen's Hall. And we are finally there at the end of this month. So in a couple of weeks, we'll be there on 27th and 28th. And of course, we will be at Naparima Bowl after that. And tickets should be out shortly because we should be launching our website shortly. It's basically complete, just some slight tweaks. And so we should be launching our website, and you'll be able to purchase your tickets online through the website and get your QR code and stuff to make it pretty seamless in terms of purchasing tickets. So looking forward to that.
All right. Well, I'm sure we'll get first digs at seeing what this website looks like from a breakfast perspective.
Yeah.
So you'll organize a little clip of your website and how you maneuver through it.
Yeah. Well,
as long as I know what I'm talking about.
It's like all regular websites. We just wanted to make it very easy for people to navigate and also have sufficient content and stuff like that, which I think we have at this point. So I think people would be pleased with it. And of course, well, there is an advertisement launching the website. So of course, Net Radio TV, Net Radio Media will be playing it.
All right. Ron DeSantis Jr., make up your mind now. He said good morning from the best run state, Florida. Best soon ex-governor. Soon best governor. My bro Byron Donner. I thought Norfolk, Virginia was the best place that existed for you.
Florida is the best run state.
That's what he's saying.
Because what? President Trump lives there?
Me, Well, he ain't hide his allegiance, huh?
He's what?
He does not hide his allegiance.
Yeah, so it's kind of Kool-Aid tortured because people drink that Kool-Aid have a tortured perspective of life on planet Earth. That's a joke, huh?
I was so looking forward to meeting when I realized I was coming where he is, where he's from. You understand? I say, aha, I go get to meet him this time. He go in Florida.
So wait, he's not in Virginia.
No, he's not. He's not in Virginia. He's in Florida. We spoke. We spoke. We communicated with one another.
Oh, yeah, real setup man.
If he's a setup man, I feel he run from me.
I'll check and see Interpol and looking for him now then.
That sounds like a good name for a guy who's such a setup man.
Setup man.
We have plenty kaisos along them lines already.
Yeah, you have all kind of ways you can take a song like that.
Yeah. Virginia is just down the street from these states.
Yeah, guys, have some really good news. Huh?
I am 4 hours away, Chris too, sir. I am 4 hours away. All right, so give us the good news there, Sir Charles.
Yeah, let's do the good news and we'll be back.
Welcome to Good News Through Music. Today we look at the message behind a song that has inspired millions of people around the world. Mariah Carey's Hero reminds us that sometimes the strength we need is already inside us. Life is not always easy. There are days when everything seems to be going wrong. There are people worrying about their health, people trying to make ends meet, students wondering if they will ever reach their goals, parents doing everything they can to provide for their families. And sometimes the weight of those challenges can feel overwhelming. It can feel like you're waiting for someone to arrive with the answers, someone to make things better, someone to rescue you from the situation you're facing. That is why the message in Hero continues to resonate with so many people. The song reminds us that strength does not always come from the outside. Sometimes it comes from within. Think about the student who keeps studying even after failing an exam, the patient who continues fighting through treatment, the parent who works long hours but still finds time to encourage their children, the individual who faces disappointment but chooses to keep moving forward. These people may never appear on television, they may never receive awards, but every day they demonstrate remarkable courage, not because life is easy, but because they refuse to give up. And often it is during the most difficult moments that people discover how strong they truly are. One small step becomes another. One challenge is overcome. One victory leads to the next. Slowly, confidence begins to grow. Hope begins to return, and what once seemed impossible starts to feel achievable. That is the message behind Hero. The reminder that courage, resilience, and determination are often much closer than we think, and that sometimes the hero we are searching for is already within us. And that is Good News Through Music, and that is Good News on NETT Radio. Follow us on social media for more great content.
Nice message.
Hero inside of you. Pull it out. Pull it out.
Yeah, don't we all have to at some point in time? So let's greet the folks on the chat. I skipped birthdays because if you celebrate a birthday today, happy birthday. It's today June.
I think today is my nephew's birthday, Jean-Luc.
Oh
my God, thank you for reminding me. Happy birthday, Jean-Luc. So I know he ain't listening. He's probably had a late night last night. I think he's back at university in Arkansas. So
that's the one who could fix any type of car that there is.
Oh, absolutely, he can. He absolutely is brilliant at it. So he's but he's actually training to be a doctor. So Not even the mechanical field, but she just loves. You know, one of those people could do anything. Not only with cars, but could work out how things work and fix them. He's one of those.
Okay.
He's excellent, but he's excellent because he loves vehicles. But he's yes. So happy birthday, Jean-Luc. I probably have to give him a call later.
Today is what, June 5th?
Yeah, June 5th.
5th, right?
Yep.
All right. So happy birthday to Jean-Luc and anyone else celebrating birthdays. We may get a couple on the chat. Let's go through the chat, Richard. Robert Allen came in at 11:52. Ava Smith also says good morning. So to Eunice Dublin, Margaret Thomas. Shall I wait on you? Felix Kazoo, Manuela Peters, Erica Charles says, thank God for sparing our lives. Beefy Smith out there in Goodwood, Tobago. Odell Guy in Sangre Grande. Victor Phillips says, good morning. Freedom to speak our minds, freedom to protest, freedom to choose, and freedom to vote them out. We get political early this morning, boy. People do not like our leaders to threaten not to pay them if they protest or march against state oppression. That's how you read it, huh? That's how a lot of people read it, Victor. You're right. Sis Super, the Lord is my shepherd. Victor Phillip is also chatting a lot this morning. Michael Cadet, Pamela O'Connor. Victor again is chatting. Maria Cellier. Ooh, Victor, what happened this morning? You all right? He said, have to say no. I may not live to see tomorrow. At 80, anything can happen. So true at any age now. Eh? Manager Titi, that's Norris Ferguson, Diane Payne, Boy B. Dacey from Debe, Kurt Hope from Nashville, Tennessee, Marlon Motley from North Valley. Kenny and Harlem, Apollonius, Dwayne Sylvester, Hilary Zahn, Ozzy Molino, Carol Guevara from Chaguanas, Bernadette and Nelicia Yates, Alistair Hart from sunny San Fernando, Anthony Tinto from Ontario, Canada. Prabha Ramdial says, have a super weekend. Sherwin and Juliet Kerr have a fantastic Friday and weekend. Carol Guevara sends birthday blessings to Kimberly Jumet, my daughter from another mother out there in Toronto. Marcia Rock says, good morning. Merle McComey, Gavin Frank, Valerie Mendoza, Slick Money Grip, Empress Rez Lal, Nicola McNichols, Ingrid from Tucson, Arizona. Empress Rez says, today I'm feeling extra nice. Okay. Carla Hercules says, good morning. Trinidad Margot, Chima Paul. Scorpion Pepper says, good morning, sunshine. Former sang, oh Lord, I'm thankful. It's you who gives me health and strength. Farmer, I think it was the farmer, she said. Lester Cragwell, good morning. Debbie Modest, Carlisle Cupid, Empress, we going mad. Doreen Pierre, good morning, Net Radio. Michael Robinson from Yokohama, Japan. Michael Eastman, Carlisle Cupid says, Buddhist concept, be grateful and appreciate that you are still in the game, after which everything else is a positive. You are always a winner. David McCarthy, top of the day to the three musketeers we get this morning. All right. Ron DeSantis Jr., I read this message earlier. Morning, Ron. Benedict Sigolan, that's a brand new name. Morning, Benedict. Trinidad Margot, because Ron is the governor. That's the governor's name too. Happy Friday, gentlemen. Wendell, what part of Virginia are you? Well, yes, I am 4 hours away. Carl Jack, morning. Robert Taylor from Fernandina Beach. Margarita Chow. Joyce Philip, Trini Gets Fit, Caribbean Girl. Good morning, gentlemen. That good news video is a sign. I just heard Mariah Carey's Hero playing on another station. Peace to the gods from Red Fire. Sankofa says, bountiful graces and blessings, folks, the body of Christ. What if human beings really start to see themselves as every single cell fiber that makes up the body of Christ? Whatever the world's population, every single life is sacred. That's the reverence given to the Eucharist to be equally. We're getting a sermon from Sankofa this morning. Florence Bazzi said, good morning, everyone. Rhea Sampson, happy birthday to my sweet sister, Carlene. Happy birthday, loving. Happy birthday, Carlene. Ron Wendell, Virginia was one of the best until last November, when we didn't elect our former Jamaican-born Lieutenant Governor Winsome Sears. All right. I met a Cameroonian yesterday. But Melchizedek says good morning, and Black Leo also says good morning from Orlando. Those are the greetings I have on the chat, along with Ann Noel from Oshawa. All right.
All right, beautiful. Let me send out some belated birthday greetings to Ann Cox, who celebrated her birthday yesterday. So greetings are coming from Antoinette and your entire family, wishing you all the best. To the people who are coming in very early on the WhatsApp, also on our WhatsApp channel, thank you very much for being here. Good morning to Kent in Laventel. Miss Sampson, you're up very early this morning. Frank Ode in Aruka. Archbishop Ashton Clark in Canada. Good day to you. Miss St. Augustine, much love to you this morning. Zena and the Powder Puff Girls. Judith in Tobago. Fifi in Addis Ababa. Rena Budu Jennings, good morning to you, Miss Jennings. Mahi is in New Jersey. Captain Ron in Orlando. Mr. Billy in Powder Magazine. CJ out there in New York. Callan and Kelly out in Caranage. And Pauline, proposing, is probably on the way to the gym this morning. Good morning to the Gael team. Thank you very much for being with us. I'm assuming, and Madam Wendell not here anyhow.
No, I can't check.
I keep forgetting. I keep forgetting. Yeah, your internet is very strong and nice today, boy.
Sorry?
Your internet.
Yeah, sometimes. Paul used to tease me sometimes when I was abroad. He used to say, "Oh God, you were going in a cheap motel again." So I upgrade a little bit.
It's really nice, really nice. All right, so we are going for the break. When we come back, we will see what is happening in the newspapers and all the other madness that is taking place in this beautiful island, Trinidad and Tobago. We are coming back.
S&H Rumbox, 137 Western Main Road, St. James, for all your retail and wholesale needs for alcohol and non-alcoholic beverages. Call us at 686-0599 or visit us at 137 Western Main Road, St. James. S&H Rumbox, drinking out of the box.
Are you taking care of your sexual health and overall well-being? At Total Image and Dr. Raj Adult Boutique, we believe your confidence, wellness, and intimacy matter. Visit us at our convenient locations: 10 Carmody Street, St. Augustine, Edinburgh, Chaguanas, Shops of Day Bay, 95 Circular Road, Vista Bella, Docks Ranch Light Pole 51, SS Aaron Road, Penal, and Metro Hotel, Suite 1, Number 2, Knoll Street North, Couva. From relaxing massage services to professional guidance on sexual wellness, we are here to support you every step of the way. Consult with renowned sexologist Dr. Raj Ramnanan for expert advice tailored to your needs. Take the first step toward a healthier, more confident you. Call 285-9739 or 645-4543 to book your appointment today. Total Image and Dr. Raj Adult Boutique, where wellness meets confidence.
Gaylan and the Ultimate DJ Shane presents the Reggae Ride 26. A touch of red, white, gold, and green. Come out with your crew. Represent your color. Get ready for pure reggae vibes on June 27th on board the Harbour Master. Boarding 11 p.m. and sailing at midnight. For over 20 years, the Reggae Ride has delivered the best reggae experience. Music by DJ Damien, Ever Slick, DJ Junior, Gaylan, and the Ultimate DJ Shane. Get your advance tickets only $250 at Agard's Nuts House and City Furniture Stores nationwide or on islandnytickets.com.
Remember the songs used to make you rock away.
Powered by Agard's Nuts House, City Furniture, Tokopia Hotel and Lounge, Cricket Land Academy. The Reggae Ride 26, a touch of red, white, gold, and green.
Just a little bit longer, baby. Oh, my love keeps growing stronger.
Advertise with us on New Era TT Radio, the fastest growing streaming platform for talk in Trinidad and Tobago. Audio and video ads welcome. Elevate your brand with us. Connect with us at newera@yahoo.com or call us at 299-5156. Now what are you waiting for?
Okay, people, we are back.
All right, I guess we go straight into the newspapers. One in Subash from Woodland who joined us during that break. Spirit over self. That's the main story in today's Express Online. Archbishop Charles Chasen Gordon used yesterday's Corpus Christi celebrations to call for a moral and spiritual transformation of Trinidad and Tobago, declaring that God needs to change the heart of his people, the heart of this nation. Addressing, of course, so that was his main message yesterday. God, like he give up, yes? I don't think he ever does it for people who are believers, but like he gave up in Trinidad and Tobago. He said, I ain't able to tell you. Let me go somewhere and deal with them and I'll come back to all you. Hold on there.
I know that. Yeah.
You know, what explains that latest double murder? What explains that? And nobody is coming to us and telling us anything. The police, listen. Instead, you know what they're doing? They're arresting people. They're putting people on PDO just because they cuss. But they go lock up you and Corey and Richard just now.
Hey, don't put my name in your mouth.
If you was close to me, you slap me. if they're locking up people who are just cussing or insulting people, they are real people to lock up, you know. Anyway.
What double murder are you talking about, by the way?
Somebody messaged me about that. And I said, well, I don't generally listen to things like that. I don't generally listen to people like that. The odd occasion, I would click on a video of some guy, his name is Ro or something. He could cuss, boy. So I didn't listen to this other one, the guy who they arrested on a PDO for cussing and insulting Hinduism and thing. I didn't listen to that. But there are real people to lock up. Why they should have been anyway?
No, you're talking about people. I'm talking about the double murder. What double murder are you talking about?
No, that a brother and a sister.
That happened last night?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm not aware of it.
And the surety gunman jump out the back seat of a car, run inside where they are, shoot, murder them, and go back out. And I don't know, maybe the video, the longer extended part of the video showed you police cars swarming all over the place after and trying to get them, maybe. But we didn't show you that.
Did they catch the person?
Yes, Richard. They have them locked up. As a matter of fact, I think they're going to the gallows tomorrow.
You're very snarky, just like Sir Charles. He's infected.
Yeah, because what already headlines.
Woman in search of drugs.
This
is another crazy story. Woman in search of drugs raped by seller. Farida charged in alleged 7-year abuse kidnapping case. We know about that. BMW mystery, 3 held after cops checked vehicles. Family returns from airport to find home in flames. Ooh, that must be traumatic. And beachgoers welcome Macri Bay reopening. One of the only places I used to go to bathe in Trinidad and Tobago, down Macri. It's been reopened. All right, so those are some of the trending stories in today's Express.
All right, so I'll go to the Trinidad and Tobago Guardian for this morning. This Friday morning, Hilton Job Safe Minister offers assurances to fearful workers as hotel chain seeks another extension from government. So that's still ongoing. Sobers TNT's UN Security Council seat a sign of CARICOM's strong ties. Police charge, oh my goodness, just now. Police charge 3 in false imprisonment of Sabita Basdale. Health scare in Central as roadside vendor nabbed selling potatoes salvaged from dump. Archbishop worried about TNT's selfish nature. And business news, the productivity trap, why TNT must do more than work harder. Decision drag, how delayed choices hurt your venture. Who will benefit from the revitalization projects? Caribbean marketing education outdated, stock market bubbles. Judge orders NEDCO to pay $26 million to contractor. Matt writes the Prime Minister on post-cabinet briefing absence. Walcott, in sports news, Walcott misses javelin podium finish in Rome. NGB's left Watts meeting uncertain of future dollars or money, I guess. TNT drawn against Latvia and Italy in Bet Victor World Cup of Darts. And Royalty hands defending champ Pacers second straight loss. So those are some of the headlines trending in news, business, and in sports in the Trinidad and Tobago Guardian this morning.
Mm-hmm. Is that how NBS Radio got its name? No, that was National Broadcasting Service. But you just did an NBS here, right? News, business, and sports. Yeah. Anyway, Caribbean Girl is saying that female officers are wearing the Punisher logo now. Is that a fact? Female police officers? Wow.
There was more than one officer wearing it. I thought it was only the Commissioner of Police.
I thought so too, but she
so going to even more officers seems strange. Because he got some criticism and pushback for it.
He did, but apparently she is put in here. Imagine TTPS pushed the lady who was looking for her sister and then arrested her for defending herself. And again, it was female officers wearing the Punisher logo. Is that a fact?
I don't know.
Send us some evidence, somebody. Yeah. All right. Lester Cragwell, I like your comment. She said TTPS gone past low-hanging fruits. They're now looking on the ground for cigarette butts. Morning, Larry.
Was there any mention in the in the headlines that you read about Trinidad and Tobago getting that seat on the UN Council?
No, that was weekend news. I mean, not weekend, but holiday news.
No, I mentioned it just now.
You did? Okay.
About Sober saying it's indicative of strong CARICOM ties.
Well, I guess. Of course, some newspaper, some media house focused on the 9 people who abstained. So, there's curiosity around the people who abstained.
Well, you'll never know that. It's a secret power.
You'll probably never know that.
Yeah. I mean, one could be Venezuela.
Oh, yes. Maybe Barbados.
Nah, I don't know if CARICOM countries would, despite the if you want to call it that, or the ongoing tensions between Trinidad and Tobago and the rest of CARICOM, which to a large degree is self-inflicted, quite frankly. I don't think CARICOM, once they make a decision to support, it's either they all support or they don't.
Yeah.
I don't think they would waver. So if you saw the whole chunk that add up to CARICOM, then
you'd be worried. You would be worried. You should be worried. Send it to 281-1315, Caribbean Girl. WhatsApp it to 281-1315. She said where she wants to send the female officer wearing the Punisher logo.
Okay.
All right. So those are some of the things. Of course, the big news that came out overnight was this this double murder of a brother and sister. Where is this story? It's not in the newspapers today, but it's all over social media. And of course, the other one is the arrest of the of the blogger on a PDO for using cussing and using racist rants, I guess. You know. Like I can't find the story now. But there is a brother, I think it's Clark, something Clark is their names. Carol, if you have the story, send it for me now, please. I see.
It was really headlines, though. So it wasn't any headlines.
Yeah, that's it.
Was it in the headlines in the Express? I don't think so.
No, it wasn't.
Yeah, I don't think I've
Oh,
seen
look at here. Brother and sister shot and killed. CCTV video captured the moment a gunman exited a Nissan Note registration number, and this is the registration number, so you can look outside and see if you see this car now. PEJ 4185. They have been identified as Margarita Clark and Brian Clark. The siblings were killed by a lone gunman near Longdenville Old Road, Chaguanas. The gunman escaped. Investigations are ongoing by the TTPS. So that happened sometime last evening, right? But as I say, it's not in mainstream media as yet.
Yeah.
And there is a video of it. I will send to you all now. I thought I did, but I will send it to you now so you could have a look at it, because we are going to poll this morning the issue of a curfew, because that is a discussion that's happening, making the rounds on social media. Do you think a curfew will help curb this criminal activity that's taking place? Of course, some of these killings are happening in the daytime. You know what I mean? But
it wouldn't matter to put a curfew. No.
Right. Well, let's find out from people if they think a curfew at least might register in people's head that, hey, you know, we need to behave, because how else you're reversing this? How else are we reversing this?
It's part of the crime problem we always had.
I know, Richard, but it doesn't seem to be getting any better, despite promises to the contrary. You understand? That's what's having people up in arms. You know me, I don't call for the resignation of anybody, especially when it comes to crime. But at the same time, something has to be done. People not even saying anything anymore. The commissioner is not speaking to us. The minister is blowing in plastic bags and killing Japanese. They're not speaking to us.
But the TDPS is still saying that murders are down, even though they're still murders. They're saying from a quantifiable point of view, they are down. So they will tout that as success.
I feel you looking for O.E. Russell walking.
But isn't that what they're saying? They're saying it is down. I'm just repeating what they say. They're saying it is down despite murders are still occurring. It is still down from what it used to be. That's what they're going to say.
Crime is down. Crime may be down overall.
But they say that too. They say that too.
Mm-hmm. All right. You see me? I may be not the correct person to talk about crime. So let's
But that's not a very light poll for Friday, though.
It's what?
I said not a very light poll for Friday.
Well, how light you want it? I could get a light one.
No, I know usually you're up for light polls on a Friday.
Well, that kind of light, that kind of light, because that speaks to if you think a curfew will help, yes or no. I ain't talking.
That's very much in the midst of the whole crime situation, though.
No, but we ain't talking for the removal or dismissal of anybody. I could go there, no.
It's still serious, though, because you're talking crime.
All right. Well, it's largely because of that overnight story, yeah? Because as I tell you, you don't plan. Sometimes you plan a program or you plan how something should go, and then bam, something's happened. You understand?
Anyway, it's time for Did You Know?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, it is.
Friends, imbalance doesn't care if you're in the ruling or opposition. It's an aging process. As a neurosurgeon, I'll teach you a brain walk which can stop you from falling if you do it every single day. So today, try this simple brain body exercise called the Infinity Walk. Place 2 chairs about 6 feet apart. Now walk around them in the shape of the number 8, like the infinity symbol. Go around one chair, cross the center, go around the second chair and repeat. You should be looking forward during this entire exercise. Very slow, very controlled. This looks super easy, but your brain is doing serious work inside. Your cerebellum, your balance system, your cortex, your basal ganglia, all are working in tandem to keep you straight. That's why I call this brain walking. Start with just 5 minutes. If you feel comfortable, increase it to 10 minutes daily. And remember, this is not a race. The goal is not speed. The goal is control. If you are elderly or if you have vertigo, neuropathy, Parkinson's, stroke recovery or poor balance, do this while holding the chairs or with someone watching you. No ego, safety first. Walking straight moves your body. Walking in 8 trains your brain. Try this today. Your future balance will thank you forever. Do daily if you're 50 and above. Share it with your parents and friends above 50 because balance degrades after the age of 50. My nanogenarian dad hasn't fallen, thankfully, after practicing this infinity walk. Save it.
So guys, you all need to do that infinity walk. If you haven't started it as yet, please do. I would have sent that for quite a few people who I think needs it. And I hope that you all practice it. Because if you all didn't know it before, you saw it on the breakfast show. Practice the infinity walk. All right? So that you won't be losing your balance like some world leaders and so on who stumbled. Well, you would have seen the video that where they stumbled and fell. All right?
Yeah. Simple little things that you could do, as you age.
Yeah. What's this one?
That is the picture that the
Oh, is that Punisher logo on that police officer's hat and true? What the hell is this? Why is she wearing that? Caribbean girl, you are absolutely right. I know how nobody didn't see that before.
So maybe they must have a squad that they have created now.
Wow. What is this young lady? A very attractive young lady too. Wow. Okay. Missed that one.
Orderly conduct. Who's the girl that was charged? She was charged for what exactly? This orderly conduct.
Well, Alyssa.
Is that Alyssa, Philip?
No, that's not Alyssa. That's Mariah. But Alyssa, she wasn't charged. Alyssa and her mom were charged. I'm not sure if Mariah was also charged.
No. Also, this was out of that same...
Yes, that was out of that same thing.
Oh, okay. No, well, it was only 2 people charged.
It was only 2. So it's just Alyssa and her mom. Okay.
Yeah, as far as I know.
Right. That's the 3rd person as part of the group, Mariah.
Yeah. Today, I think there was a call for people to stay at home, not so?
Yeah, why are you doing here? I come to think of it. Why are you doing on this show?
Well, you're not in the jurisdiction of Trinidad and Tobago. But you're right. We should just exit the show. But
and they said stay at home, not to work from home.
No, I think they said shut down. That's all.
So if you're listening to us right now and you're heading to work, stay home. Or if you're listening to us and you're going or you're on your way, go back home.
But yeah, but I think they called for is it a shutdown or a stay at home? I think both.
Yeah, a shutdown.
Yeah, because of what they felt was, this state machinery behavior.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right, people, let's take a couple of your calls as we go up to 7 o'clock. 281-131-529-95156. All right, and of course, here is the man from Virginia who is resident in Florida.
Set up, man. Yeah, good morning. Set up, Virginia. Hey, I thought between the 4 of us, I was the only one that's having Joe Biden moments. But no, you guys, my greetings when I call in. Good morning from the citrus state, the sunshine state. And it went over everybody's head, but it's okay. Yeah, but you know you don't miss, though? Look at Wendell. Morning, Wendell. Wendell, you didn't miss a beat, boy. You look at the picture, and the first thing you saw, the police officer in the camouflage was saying, yes, you see? Yeah, yes, Thanos, telling everybody to do the Infinity Gauntlet walk. Yeah, Thanos, remember, from Avengers?
I understand that for you.
that walk. He didn't miss that police, yeah, she's really nice, huh? Oh, she could arrest me and Rodney King me anytime. It's all right. Hey, yeah. Anyway, I just want to say good morning and to make sure to clear the air. I am the setup man here. You okay? Try that. All right.
All right, Ron. Take care.
Take care.
Thanks very much. All right, people, we're taking your calls this Friday morning. Yes, stay at home. Don't go to work. Shut down the country. That was the call going out.
For today, yeah. For today.
For today. So we don't know what kind of impact it will have. Only time will tell a little later on.
Oh, somebody's telling me now that incident with that picture is not from that protest. Apparently they attempted a peace walk over the last few days.
In Piccadilly Street. Is that the one in Piccadilly?
Right. And they say she gave police chat and resisted arrest. So that's another incident. Right. Okay. Thanks for that.
I think anybody was arrested from that. I thought they just warned people to move.
Well, they're saying she was arrested.
Okay.
Deborah Noel Surrett is also saying on the chat that she didn't finish her comment, but that is the girl that was arrested for, I guess, for the peace walk. And I saw, did you see that video of them, the police warning a young man in a car, somebody they call Mute, and warning him about his comments. And I'm saying, but he was doing an interview with a media house. Is that against the law? TTPS, something wrong with all the interiors. I swear something wrong with all you.
Caller, good morning to you.
Good morning. The TTPS keeps showing us every day why we have a problem with them. Right? First of all, clearly, this police officer is misinformed about this state of emergency, and what laws are applied. He is of the belief that people cannot be interviewed and they have to seek permission to speak in this country.
Yeah, so that's crazy,
this clearliness officer needs to be retrained or schooled as to what rights we do not have, right? Or what rights we do have, right? And the problem is we're not hearing any response from the relevant authorities in the police service to correct the misinformation or to apologize or nothing like that. The other video, there's two other videos. You have another video of some police officer running up on some young people. Move. Police are not rulers of the nation. There's ways to go about things when dealing with other citizens of the country who is paying your salary, right? There's another video of a policewoman physically assaulting a woman. I always say, unless a police is arresting you, that is the only reason a police has any reason to put their physical hands on you. Anything other than an arrest is an assault. So a police you being a police officer doesn't give you the authority to push me or to shove me. You can give me verbal instructions, but you can't push me and shove me unless you're arresting me. And we are seeing daily that the Trinidad and Tobago Police Service needs to close down and start over. Because the training that these police and them have is not professional or international standard whatsoever. They're clueless. I had an incident by me the night before where it's a domestic violence situation. The police came, the man drunk like a fish, mashing up thing outside the house. I had to tell the police, all you need to detain the man so the man could stop destroying the place. What taking all this so long to put a handcuff on this man? The man is drunk out of don't know his wits. And I have to guide the police as to how to handle the situation. They're clueless, I tell you.
But clearly some sort of instruction has gone out. Clearly some sort of instruction has gone out to the TTPS, the officers, to be as aggressive as they need to be in these situations. Because look at what is happening. Everything is turning into a confrontation with any TTPS officer now. Be it male, female, junior, senior. Everything is turning into a confrontation. So clearly they are under instructions. I can't believe all police officers stupid and ignorant. So yes, those are my words. That's how they're getting on.
Yeah,
I can't believe all of them. So
something that it's just getting really early. And the thing about it is that nobody seems to be in the I don't know in a legal pushback way, standing up, talking, or pushing back for the citizens. There's no civil society grouping that has any clout, I suppose, that is out there to say no, or they can't do that.
Good observation, too, Charles. Except maybe I think 3 union leaders talk about, and Jack Warner actually released a statement that let me quickly read it for you all before we go to the break. Jack Warner quickly released this statement. The headline is Jack Break Ranks. What people are hurting, let them protest. What you have to understand is that people are hurting and they have to find ways to express themselves. Once they are not, of course, destructive, if they are constructive, so much the better, but not destructive. Let them protest. Learn from what they are saying. Try to correct the errors of your ways or our ways, but do not ban the protest. Do not tell people you can't protest around Parliament when this has been the norm since before I was born. Something has to be wrong. Jack Warner issued that statement a couple of days ago. And he's expressing the sentiments of majority of the citizens in the place, because these protests are largely peaceful, but the police are just going there with a kind of confrontational attitude that, of course, it escalated. It must escalate.
I'm just surprised that there's nowhere that when you are aggrieved in situations like this, there seems to be nowhere that citizens can go and there's a body to say to the police, you all are overdoing it, or you should not do certain things. So it's like you have unfettered powers and you are exercising it, and there seems to be no check and balances right now.
Yeah.
And for the citizenry, that is not a good thing.
Yeah.
There has to be some check and balance for the citizens.
Yeah.
And I don't know where it is, but I'm not seeing it. I'm not hearing it. I'm not hearing it from whether it be maybe the law association, some legal grouping, parliament, opposition. I'm just not hearing it. In a way that will even make those who are doing what they're doing
think twice.
Yeah, or even for the police commissioner, we can't seem to depend on him to speak to his officers to say, well, look, some of those things you all are doing.
But they're being encouraged by the head of the country. They're being supported by the head of the country.
Yeah, we can't say encouraged, but
supported, certainly supported. And that has to, somebody has to pull back, Sir Charles, because we are going to bring our country to the brink and can't pull it back. That is what is going to happen.
Well, people, stay with us. We are going for the news. Wendell, the poll this morning, tell them what the poll, and then we're going for the news. And when we come back after the news, we will take your calls on it.
Yeah. Of course, our poll this morning is, will you support a curfew to curb criminal activity? If you're voting yes, you vote 1. If you're voting no, you vote 2. Will you support a curfew to curb criminal activity? That's our poll this morning. All right?
Okay, great. News is straight ahead.
The news you need the clarity you deserve. Local, regional, global. This is Net Radio News Now.
This is News Now on Net Radio and Guile TV. I am Derek McMillan. Thank you for joining us. Prime Minister Kamla Persad-Bissessar has thanked the international community after Trinidad and Tobago was elected to serve as a non-permanent member of the United Nations Security Council for the 2027-2028 term. The country secured the support of 181 UN member states, well above the two-thirds majority required for election. Foreign and CARICOM Affairs Minister Sean Sobers said Trinidad and Tobago accepts the responsibility with humility and will use its tenure to promote peace, security, and international cooperation. He said the country will focus on three key areas: combating the illicit trafficking of small arms, advancing the women, peace, and security agenda, and examining the impact of artificial intelligence on global security. Trinidad and Tobago will begin its two-year term on January 1st, 2027, marking the country's second time on the Security Council, having previously served from 1985 to 1986. Prime Minister Kamla Persad-Bissessar says she will soon meet with the National Security Council to discuss the future of the state of emergency. Her comments come ahead of the reopening of Parliament, where approval will be needed if the government decides to seek a second 3-month extension. Meanwhile, the Office of the Attorney General has dismissed social media claims that the state of emergency expired on June 3rd, clarifying that it remains in effect until midnight on June 17th. The Prime Minister has previously indicated she would support an extension if recommended by the National Security Council. The state of emergency was declared in March in response to concerns over violent crime and gang activity. Opposition leader Penelope Beckles has accused authorities of trying to suppress the PNM's candlelight vigil in San Juan, saying attempts were made to prevent the event from taking place. Addressing supporters at the San Juan Plaza, Beckles criticized restrictions on protests under the state of emergency, arguing that peaceful demonstrations are a normal part of democracy and questioning the need for the recently designated no protest zones. PNM Chairman Marvin Gonzalez also signaled a legal challenge if the government seeks to extend the state of emergency, describing it as unconstitutional. The opposition further called for the removal of Homeland Security Minister Roger Alexander and Defense Minister Wayne Sturge. The vigil ended with supporters holding candles and cell phone lights in what the party described as a demonstration in defense of freedom and democracy. Business groups are calling on the government to justify any extension of the state of emergency with clear evidence that it is reducing crime and improving public safety. Several organizations, including the Greater Tunapuna, San Fernando, and Chaguanas Chambers of Commerce, the Supermarkets Association, and the Confederation of Regional Business Chambers, say any extension must be transparent, proportionate, and supported by measurable results. The groups also stressed that emergency powers should not replace long-term crime-fighting strategies, and urged authorities to protect constitutional rights and civil liberties. Meanwhile, the Office of the Attorney General has clarified that the current state of emergency remains in effect until midnight on June 17th. Prime Minister Kamla Persad-Bissessar has indicated the measure could be extended if recommended by the National Security Council. Police officers and soldiers were deployed to Piccadilly Street, Port of Spain, Wednesday, as organizers attempted to stage an unauthorized walk for peace aimed at ending gang violence. Participants dressed in white gathered for the event, but police said no application had been submitted under the state of emergency regulations. Officers were seen directing people to leave the area, and one woman was arrested following a confrontation with police. Organizers said the initiative was intended to promote unity and peace in communities affected by violence. They estimated that about 200 people took part. Homeland Security Minister Roger Alexander said the government is willing to engage with law-abiding citizens seeking positive change, while police maintained that resources had to be deployed because the event was not properly authorized. Finally, Hezbollah has rejected a U.S.-backed ceasefire proposal between Israel and Lebanon, describing the agreement as a surrender that would serve Israel's objectives. In a statement, Hezbollah leader Naim Qassem said the proposed arrangement was unacceptable, despite announcements by the United States, Israel, and Lebanon aimed at reducing hostilities. The deal would require Hezbollah fighters to withdraw from parts of southern Lebanon, while Lebanese forces assume control of designated security zones near the Israeli border. Lebanese President Joseph Aoun said the agreement could take effect once approved by all parties, but fighting has continued, with Israeli airstrikes reported in southern Lebanon and Hezbollah claiming attacks on Israeli forces. The latest setback highlights the fragility of diplomatic efforts to end months of conflict between Israel and the Iran-backed militant group, as both sides continue military operations despite ongoing international mediation efforts. And that is Net Radio News at this time.
That was news now. Stay informed with new Era TT Radio. Net Radio.
Your mid-morning just got better. Join Sir Charles for the mid-morning mix and mingle, where good music, real talk, health, and family matters come together, and your voice is heard. Whether you're at work, on the go, or just taking a break, this is the perfect mix to keep you engaged, informed, and entertained. The mid-morning mix and mingle, weekdays, 9 a.m. to 12 noon on New Era TT Radio, Net Radio.
Morning vibes, fresh energy. This is the Net Radio Breakfast Show.
Make up, put up your hand. Whoa, ain't nothing like fitting with people. Fitting with people. Whoa, hey, KTD, one family. And let me go. For all the cannibal I sing no hit. All you was right there. Nobody will leave me. For all the time I feel to give up and quit. Soon as I touch stage and I see all them hands raised, I give thanks to the Father. My family and close friends get them alive. Oh, but to my supporters, you guide me, so I strive to do better. Use balance funds, I consider all your people. Jump up with the people. Wave up with the people. Get all mad with the people. Oh gosh, look the people. Jump up with the people. Wave up with the people. Get all mad with the people. I want to fit and carry on. Celebrate and carry on. I want to fit and carry on. Celebrate and carry on. In every bed there's always a special crew. Going till morning, fit till we falling. You make me feel to take a jump up with you. Sip while you're drinking. Tell me when we link it. I give thanks to the Father. My family and close friends get them alive. Oh, but to my supporters, you guide me, so I strive to do better. Use modern funds, I consider all your people. Jump up with the people. Wave up with the people. Get all mad with the people. Oh gosh, look the people. Jump up with the people. Wave up with the people. Get all mad with the people. I want to fit and carry on. Celebrate and carry on. I want to fit and carry on. Celebrate and carry on. Jump up with the people. Drink rum with the people. Fall down with the people. Have fun with the people. Jump up with the people. Drink rum with the people. Fall down with the people. Get on back with the people. Oh, I want to fit and carry on. Celebrate and carry on. I want to fit and carry on. Celebrate and carry on. Watch the people get it on. Hey, jump up with the people. Wave up with the people. Drink up with the people. Jump up with the people. Wave up with the people. Fall down with the people.
Mornings just got better. You're locked into Net Radio Breakfast Show. Fueling your day with the best music and the talk.
Well, one family family, and we're here with we people, wherever those people may be. All around the globe, you're tuned in, logged in, logged on. And of course, we are so thankful to be here with you. Thank you for choosing us. Thank you for showing up. Thank you for making Net Radio what it is. It's the Anthem crew. Good day to you. And of course, everybody that came in after and along the way. Thanks so much for joining us. Of course, this is the Breakfast Show. Your number one spot. Monday to Friday. At 6 a.m. you can find the team right here, right? Let me also say good morning to the folks on Gael Caribbean TV. Hi Gael people. Hello people. So good to be in your company this morning, people. Also, just to let you know, it is a Friday as we head down into the weekend. You know, we're going to have a really fantastic time. We love a weekend.
You make me feel to take a jump up with you. Sip while you're drinking. Tell me when we link it.
We love holidays. We love weekends. We get them so back to back. There's no way in the right place, right?
But to my supporters.
So people, when we come off of the TV and of course the Facebook feeds at closer to 9 o'clock, remember you can come across netradiott.com. Netradiott.com. Of course, you can listen to the fantastic, excellent programming all throughout the day.
Celebrate and carry on. I want to bet and carry on.
All the different platforms that you stream, so whether you're on TuneIn, Radio Garden, online music, Radio Box, Simple Radio.
Fall down with the people. Have fun with the people. Jump up with the people.
Somebody I forget in between there, but whatever it is, once you're streaming, you can get us. Just put in the command Net Radio Trinidad. Net Radio Trinidad. Of course, that is where you will find us on all of those streaming platforms, right? And you can also give your Google and Alexa devices, all your smart devices, that command. Alexa, play Net Radio Trinidad. Sound like a Trinidad, Alexa, play Net Radio Trinidad.
But to my supporters.
Also, people, don't forget to visit our Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and especially our TikTok page right now. Like, subscribe, follow all of the pages. And don't forget also look for our donate button so that you can support the channel. So our morning poll, we're in between an SOE, but there's no curfew. So we're asking you, with the amount of criminality that is taking place, would you support a curfew coming on board, right? So would you support a curfew? Yes or no? When we'll come back, we'll tell you how you voted. So stay with us.
Are you taking care of your sexual health and overall well-being? At Total Image and Dr. Raj Adult Boutique, we believe your confidence, wellness, and intimacy matter. Visit us at our convenient locations: 10 Carmody Street, St. Augustine, Edinburgh, Chaguanas, Shops of Daybay, 95 Circular Road, Vistabella, Docks Ranch Light Pole 51, SS Aaron Road, Penal, and Metro Hotel, Suite 1, Number 2 Knoll Street North, Couva. From relaxing massage services to professional guidance on sexual wellness, we are here to support you every step of the way. Consult with renowned sexologist Dr. Raj Ramnanan for expert advice tailored to your needs. Take the first step toward a healthier, more confident you. Call 285-9739 or 645-4543 to book your appointment today. Total Image and Dr. Raj Adult Boutique, where wellness meets confidence.
Advertise with us on New Era TT Radio, the fastest growing streaming platform for talk in Trinidad and Tobago. Audio and video ads welcome. Elevate your brand with us. Connect with us at newerattradio@yahoo.com or call us at 299-5156. Now, what are you waiting for?
Gaylan and the ultimate DJ Shane presents the Reggae Ride 26.
Them still want more.
A touch of red, white, gold, and green. Come out with your crew. Represent your color. Get ready for pure reggae vibes on June 27th on board the Harbour Master. Boarding 11 p.m. and sailing at midnight. For over 20 years, the Reggae Ride has delivered the best reggae experience. Music by DJ Damien, Ever Slick, DJ Junior, Gaylan, and the ultimate DJ Shane. Get your advance tickets only $250 at Agat's Nuts House and City Furniture Stores nationwide or on islandnytickets.com.
Remember the songs used to make you rock away. Those were the days.
Powered by Agat's Nuts House, City Furniture, Tokopia Hotel and Lounge, Cricket Land Academy. The Reggae Ride 26, a touch of red, white, gold, and green.
Just a little bit longer, baby. Oh, my love keeps growing stronger.
S&H Rumbox, 137 Western Main Road, St. James, for all your retail and wholesale needs for alcohol and non-alcoholic beverages. Call us at 686-0599 or visit us at 137 Western Main Road, St. James. S&H Rumbox, drinking out of the box.
So Charles, you know?
I'm here. Yeah, you know my internet for some reason sometimes it freezes and or sometimes there's a little glitch in it. I tell myself the whole thing glitching all over, but it's not apparently. So I have to be watching the YouTube channel to see what is going on. So sometimes I hear the little glitch. And I hear the video like it's stopped. Mm-hmm. But I'm watching it on YouTube and it's playing. I just can't understand that piece of it. I don't know.
All right. Of course, our poll is still running, people. Will you support a curfew to help curb criminal activity? Will you support it? You're voting 1 for yes and 2 for no. We had quite a bit of votes on this and quite a bit of mixed votes. But I'll try to go through some of the comments. Melchizedek, you have jokes. You say just ask him whether I've seen the light once more.
Yeah, but just before, as you go through the comments, people remember in this area is where you can comment on the poll. All right. Yeah. So you can comment.
But today's their day anyway, so they can comment on the poll and then we'll open the lines up for general comments.
Open the lines to take your calls about all the things that are happening, right?
All right.
We have a caller here, man. People have been asking about this man. Right, hello, good morning.
Morning, everybody.
Mr. Patrick, you have everybody worried.
So Charles and Mr. Wendell. Well, I'm like, my constitutional rights, but I can't call and say not now.
People been worrying about you, and they said,
no, I call it the station, right?
People want to know if you get a detention order.
Well, it's only one thing that people can give me a detention order. A woman.
Well, I know it ain't going to be the police.
A woman. Right? But yeah, what going on? This, I could remember Richard Raguba saying to make a statement the other day about some weeks about people's constitutional rights. Trinidad have any constitutional lawyer, right?
Plenty.
So when a constitutional lawyer like his partner, Ram Lugane come and talk about this thing, right?
You already expect Anna and Ram Logan to come and talk about this? What's going on?
Right. He's a lawyer for the people.
Okay.
And then Rob Logan making his money out of Trinidad and Tobago right now. I just saw something with him the other day.
Yeah. Because people can't talk in this country now, boy. People can't talk again, boy. Another thing I want to talk about, boy, prices of food and things, boy. All they're going to go
Stick to the poll. Stick to the poll for now.
Yeah.
Oh. What you call it?
Would you support
a curfew?
No, I will support no curfew. We are not curfew to do. People killing morning, noon, and night. Yeah?
But that's what we say, because of all of the killing that is taking place morning, noon, and night. If you feel that we should institute a curfew, to kind of help that.
Criminal get brazen and brasses, but they don't care where you are, they don't care who you are, they don't care what time it is now. When they're coming for you.
Yeah,
so I don't know how you're going to deal with that situation. I don't know how you're going to deal with that situation, but it's an alarming situation, it's a terrifying situation. And I don't know. But all the still safe, Trinidad and Tobago still safe. Look for all yourself, compromise position. No places where you don't know, they're not safe. And let me see what happens.
Yeah, but don't worry, you'll call us back and we'll talk about the food prices a little later on, right? All right. Whole time. Hello, good morning to you. Shagwanas.
Yeah, good morning, gentlemen.
Morning.
Comment on the poll. I just want to read a article that will be here, right?
Mm-hmm.
It says, forensic data indicates that an increasing number of murders have been occurring during the day over the last few years and are frequently occurring directly around or in the immediate vicinity of the home or residential vicinity of the victims. So where and what time we're going to have this curfew? That's my contribution.
Yeah, wow.
I guess that would be...
That's a very serious thing, because if we do have a curfew, we would say, okay, normally 6 p.m. or 10 p.m. until 6 a.m. or something like that. But these statistics probably showing right now that people are killing people at that time. Man want to kill you and go and sleep. You understand? So they're coming for you that kind of time again. All during the day, because that double murder we heard about, when that probably didn't happen no late night.
No. Evening time, it was dark. Lights were on already.
Yeah. So, so people still have to do what they have to do and get home by a certain time. So they're waiting to come for you. That's probably a long time thing.
Where they're coming out in the night.
Yeah, where people feel like the criminals used to come out only in the night. And it's not like that. When you look around, we see people snatching people chain and all kind of thing. People holding up maxis and all that. So those are not curfew hours,
True. But Sir Charles, yesterday too, I don't know if you saw the story, read the story. Yesterday there was an incident where a man went, it's in the news yesterday, so it may have happened Wednesday. He went and withdrew $67,000 from a bank and went and park up and leave the money on an envelope on his seat of his car. And with the windows down.
Oh, good. Look at that invitation.
He come back 10 minutes later and the money gone. I read that and I said,
if he wanted to make a donation, he could have called us here at net.
Exactly. He could have just dropped it off.
Let's call us at net radio and make a contribution. Because that's what you do. You make a contribution to somebody's well-being.
It is crazy what I read. I don't know if that story is real or fake.
Wow.
But I saw it on a page that I think people, I don't think he would put up a fake story.
That is something else. I mean, that is totally absent-minded, But then we have a lot of people who really are absent-minded too.
Yes.
And especially as people get, as strange enough people, or sad to say, but as we get older, we really get forgetful. We do things in a particular kind of way. But to go to the bank and withdraw all that money, leave it in your car, and leave the glass down too. Yeah, you. Somebody must say, "Whoopee boy, my lucky day, boy, my lucky day." Wow.
All right, as I say, you get a call, right?
Good morning, Sir Charles. Good morning, Wendell.
Morning, sir.
Morning.
Do you think we should have a curfew?
I don't think so. It wouldn't make a difference. It wouldn't make a difference to God.
Mm-hmm.
So Charles, you said that you noticed here there's no agency or no body that would be responsible that these people could go to for, air the grievance and talk to the powers that be. Now, when you look at the Criminal Bar Association head, which is Israel Katz, he is in bed with the government. So you can't go to him. Now, what is making this thing bad is that during the current government in opposition, the things that the Prime Minister, the now Prime Minister, was doing was telling people that the government have no right to prevent you from protesting, and was encouraging people to go and protest, stand up for your rights, go here, go there, make yourself be heard, and all sort of things. What has changed that making her now want to suppress people? This is what I need an explanation for. You have seen that to Charles or Wendell? Tell me.
I wish I could.
Yesterday was yesterday, today is today, caller. Who said that?
Jack Warner.
Okay. Lord, but then it's not you trying to do it's sensible people you're talking to. And my problem is that, see what you like, you want about Dr. Rowley, yeah? Dr. Rowley would hold a press conference. You could have him the most uncomfortable questions. He's going to answer you, or if he goes to answer, he tell you outright what is what.
Yeah, you got a little
what is preventing our Prime Minister from holding a press conference, outlining the views or hearing the views of the people and saying why she behaving this way?
They are going to come to the people when it's too late. That is what is going to happen.
Thanks much, caller.
Yeah, they are going to come to the people and come to the realization that they have alienated a lot of people when it's too late. Their supporters, their fanatics, they're as once somebody said, their sycophants ain't going nowhere. They could do what? They ain't going nowhere. But they will inspire people to rise up again and vote them out. And that's what is going to happen. And apparently they're cool with that.
Well, maybe government does work on strategy to it and what they feel they need to do. And then sometimes they engage in, they know that people have this 9-day wonder. And then they come in the last year or two, and that is when they start to do things differently.
But Sir Charles, I beg to
defend.
Sir Charles, I beg to defend this case. I think, and I'm going to compare the two leaders now. I'm going to compare Dr. Rowley and Kamala Prasad Bisasa. Because I saw the same thing happening with Dr. Rowley when he had made up his mind. He is not going to put himself up again for leadership or for Prime Minister of the country. He started to do things and say things that he didn't care. In other words, how you take it, that's your business, right? And it started to rub a lot of people the wrong way, especially in the PNM. And the results, when Dr. Rowley finally decided he would go and hand over to Stuart Young, and of course, an election was called immediately, it didn't give Stuart Young enough time and the PNM and his government enough time to recover from the fact that the former Prime Minister and leader had alienated himself and the country so much. That is what happened. And I'm saying it plain. They don't have to agree with me, but that is what I saw happening in the end with Dr. Rowley, that he just didn't care, right? Because he knew he wasn't interested in moving his career further, right? And as I said, Stuart Young couldn't recover from that. Come to Kamala 2.0, I don't think she cares. And I think there are people in her government who do not like what she's doing and how she's purporting to herself and how she's running the country. They do not like it, but they're not saying anything. I don't think she cares. And it will be too late also for her. That is what is going to happen.
Yeah. The thing about it is that most people at any point in time, when they are in government or they are tied up, with hierarchies of parties, a lot of things that happen, they don't normally talk about it either, and either way, because that whole situation, as you mentioned, that Stuart Young situation, look how many people we were hearing about who were not in favor of that, but went along with it,
Yeah.
And only after they lost, and then you're hearing people, because when you lost, they'll kick you out. So now everybody has got a voice, and it's the same thing will probably happen with the present prime minister. She will do certain things. Her inner cabinet, her inner circle, whatever is the case, they will make certain decisions, and it's only a loss will bring that to the forefront. Because even if they go to an election tomorrow, some of those people will have to show that they are loyalists and going along with certain things.
Yeah.
So that ain't going to change that the way how things operate.
So Charles, it happened also within the UNC already. People seem to forget that the UNC was in government already, and ministers, senior members got fed up of this, of what they were doing too. And they brought down their own government too. So it could happen again. It could happen again, and leaders they're not checking themselves.
No, because they surround themselves with certain people, and when you are wrong, you surround yourself with certain people who will do your bidding, who will tell you what you want to hear, who will rob your ego, or who benefits directly from that circle. You don't ever get the true state of the of how things are, and you go about telling yourself, yeah boy, I'm doing this, but really and truly, it's only when it really starts tumbling down, and the thing about it is that when it starts to tumble, it stumble faster.
Yes.
It tumbles right.
Yes. It didn't happen with the UNC. It didn't happen to the UNC right away. It took years before Ramesh, Ralph, and Trevor back then decide. Is Ramesh, Ralph, and Trevor? Yeah, I think it was. Yeah. Well, Gypsy, I think, was part of that. I think in the second time, but it didn't. It took them years, and eventually that was it. It brought down the government with the Piaco airport scandal.
People, these are the results of the poll, Wendell.
Yeah. Of course, our poll today is, will you support a curfew to curb criminal activity? Only 7% of you said yes. 93% said no. I actually thought it was closer than that.
Yeah. I'm very, very interested.
Yeah.
Very interesting, right? So that is our morning poll there, people. 93% saying no. Wow. That's a huge number. But I guess I would probably go with the no also, because
no, I will not support a curfew. I will not support it.
Because and the caller from Shogunas said it right. When you look around as to how things are happening, it's not, things are not happening at those kinds of times, unless the curfew is now to make the police squad come in your house and kick down the door at that point in time. Searching for certain people because they feel that they'll be home at that point in time. But
because crime happening all hours of the day and night now. There is no, and I don't think anybody cares. They know that there are cameras all over the place. I don't think they care anymore because they have absolutely no confidence that the police going to find them, and they have absolutely no confidence that even if the police hold them, that the matter going to end up being heard and tried and heard in an early timing. People just don't care. They just don't care.
Yeah, there's so much stacked against people. So a person, I wonder if I should say I'm trying to think like a criminal. But if I'm involved in certain activities, Wendell, and I do 1, I do 2, I do 3, I reach that point. I say, well, whenever they catch me, you know. You understand? And if the system is not catching people will continue to do what they have to do. And if when the system does catch you, it puts you back out on bail time and time again for 15, 20 years, you live your life as normal, you know. After you go through that once, twice, by the third time, you don't get accustomed to that. You know what it is. You know what to expect.
Yeah.
So you're going about doing your thing as normal after that. It's pressure for everybody around you after that, you know.
Fran, I want to answer Fran Romani here. Fran say, Wendell, your voice sounds very calm and soothing. I'm surprised because normally on passionate topics such as politics and police, you are right up there. I actually had tea this morning, not coffee. And I have a good reason to be calm this morning. Trust me.
I feel it's because of where you are, you know. I feel they can't make noise with parties.
It could be that too. No, I can't actually. I can't
That's
talk.
probably what's going on. He probably where he is, Fran, he can't make no noise. When
No, I could. It's just I have a reason to be calm this morning. Trust me.
You need to transfer that reason with you a little more.
Yeah, true.
You do sound a lot calmer today. Yeah. I must admit. I don't know if you just drink the tea and if you smoke up the herbs. But I
actually thought I was making coffee and realized when I sip it, there's not coffee, there's tea. So I did have tea.
Anyhow, people, today's your day to talk, you know. So give us a call now, right? The lines are open to you. 281-1315-299-5156. And by the time we wait on the calls, I'm going to play this video for you all so you can see what took place the other day, right?
Sir.
Yeah, good afternoon. I'm in an interview right now.
Superintendent Ramley from the Forest Division, right? What's your name, sir?
My name is Nicholas Gupta.
Right.
Right?
Do you have permission to have all together this?
If I have permission?
To make this public speech that you do?
No, I'm a protester.
A protester?
Yeah.
You have no permission to protest?
I'm protesting peace.
You're protesting the peace?
Yeah, we came to protect peace. We came to protest peace, right? We came to protest peace in Trinidad. And the police is telling us to go from here, go in our car, move from here. We came to protest peace, and they don't want us to protest peace. So which means they want the killing to go on, and on, and on, and on, and on. It don't matter if there's a 5-year-old or a 50-year-old, you are capable of getting bullets in Trinidad and Tobago.
I would like you to desist, please, and...
That's no problem.
Right?
That's no problem, but I'm in the middle of a...
Remove yourself, please, sir. Okay. Right? Under the SOE, police are the authority to ask you to remove yourself. Please remove yourself, sir.
But they don't have the authority to put their hands on me.
Sir, no one has put any hand on you, sir.
Correct. No, you don't have no...
Right?
No,
so,
no
please...
thing to put hand on me.
Allow him to remove himself, please, sir.
Right?
No, I don't understand that, And as I think Scorpion Pepper referred to it earlier on, it's the chat somewhere back. What do you mean you have no permission to speak? What does that mean?
Yeah.
Well, I didn't quite follow that instruction from the police. Of course,
and
that's media house was interviewing him, Media house was interviewing him. So what do you mean you have no permission to speak?
Yeah, they move away the media house to tell the man to move, you know. But even within, what I can understand is that even within of the SOE and what it is, if people are coming out to march for peace or to say, hey, let's done the violence, let's be peaceful. I can't understand for the life of me why the police would not support it and watch it and try to work along with it.
If guys,
if it's starting to go in a different direction where they say, okay, well, no, we
intervene.
But observe the thing and see where it is going and give the people a chance. Why would you just shut them down, run them home?
Yeah, you're just riling them up further. You're just getting them angry because, I mean, they are marching for peace, right? That's what they said they came out there to do, right? To march for peace. Even though Mute may have said it in a wrong way, but he kind of explained it after, right? In other words, 5-year-olds and 50-year-olds getting bullets and so on. So they are marching in support of peace, right?
Mm-hmm.
Why would you have a problem with that?
Yeah, that I can understand. Why would the police not support something like that? And especially coming out of what you might consider to be troublesome areas. Come on. It just makes no sense. According to the girl, somebody help me to make sense of the thing. All right. We have a caller there. Caller, good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Bailey.
Mr. Billy, I have a bad internet.
Yeah.
Yeah, we go ahead. We a little better. Go ahead.
Yeah, I want to say that I want to take as a child. 100%.
No, we are here.
Mr. Billy, the connection, try and call me back. Yeah, try and call me back. The connection real bad on your side there. Caller, good morning.
Hello?
Yes, caller, go ahead.
Okay, I'm just listening to the program there, and the police officer, he is a very senior police officer, and the conversation he had with the civilian was so unprofessional and poor. I really don't know. That's just my input. His conversation was very, very poor. But being a very senior police officer who's supposed to have a wealth of knowledge and experience with the public. Thank you.
Yeah.
But he was calling, man, 2 phones there, no? Yes, I know. I don't know. Yeah, that was really good, man. All right. Good morning, caller.
Yeah, morning, Abdul.
Yeah, Mr. Patrick.
Yeah, we talking about a creeping dictatorship. That's what I call a creeping dictatorship. The minute they started trampling on people's constitutional rights, no protest. You can't talk about no issues. You can't talk about what's happening, and you can't talk about this. Look, right now, I listen to the social minister. What's his name? Mutu, what's his name?
Mohit, Vandana Mohit.
Mohit? Right. I actually said last week that the poverty line in Trinidad and Tobago triple. It triple. Yeah. So it must triple after all these people who get laid off and retrenched all about. I was doing some work with a young man recently. He told me he was working Ministry of Health. And after 5 years, they said all the contract. They renew no contract. Ministry of Work renew no contract. We listened on the radio yesterday that the Borough Corporation in Arima said they don't have no money and they let go people. For the state corporation, they have to let go people. And where we going? If all these people going home, the poverty line must go up.
True.
You know that? So I wonder, and if you go to the grocery right now, the price is ridiculous all here. It's ridiculous. I don't know how people with 3 and 4 children surviving in the hotel when then. I don't know.
Yeah.
You know? It's hard. All right.
Okay, no problem.
Thanks, Mr. Patrick.
Yeah. Caller, good morning.
Yeah, good morning again, gentlemen.
Yeah.
Morning.
Over the years, the police has went through a lot of transformation. We came from the Trinidad and Tobago police force and transforming to the Trinidad and Tobago police service, right? Now, modern policing requires intelligence, investigation, proper forensic, right? To detect crime, you need evidence, you need intelligence, you need witnesses to come forward, you need exhibits, you need all these kind of things, which is the police seem incapable of doing. Now, over the past few years, last couple of years, we are seeing our next transformation of the police. And we now in this period of the Trinidad and Tobago punishment service. And if you watch all the action, it's to punish the public, right? Roadblock, inconvenience people, get people traffic tickets, to protest, right? And they are total policing, they shut down the country, inconvenience everybody, right? The police officers walk up to some people, they smoke weed and feel them have the authority to kick them and slap them and all kind of stuff and things like that, right? That is the area we're in now. The Trinidad and Tobago punishment service, that is what's happening now, right?
Yeah. Thanks, Scholar. That's why I keep under every post I have the opportunity to, I put TTPS hopeless. And I don't care. I know they don't like it. I know they must wish they could come and do something, but they're hopeless.
They had to send Interpol for you.
Hopeless. Well, yeah, they had to find me wherever they
had to send Interpol to look for you. Right?
They're hopeless.
Caller, good morning.
Good morning, Sir Charles.
Hi, Zena.
Good morning, Wendell.
Morning, Zena.
And good morning to the absentee, Brian.
Yeah, he said he had to run off.
Yeah. The Paloma licks start. Is this weekend?
No. You have some weeks. It's like the end of the month.
Oh, all right. Good this month then.
Yes, give yourself some time for his heat. Just cuts the heel.
Morning. Okay, morning. Morning to all those who locked on. You know, this country has Mr. Patrick. You say we what? Something. What? How you put about the dictatorship? No, we're not galloping it.
No, he said creeping. He said creeping.
We are already. It ain't no creeping. The dictatorship is here. When people can't talk freely and you can't come out and stand up in a place that the police don't want you to stand up, we are in a dictatorship. We in a police state, you know. Because I could remember there are many times when the UNC protesters came down in front of the parliament. The prime minister used to come out and shake their hand, hug and kiss them. And welcome them to be there to make the point.
Well, we
try to stop anybody to give instructions to the police to call out to come and lock up people and meet people and move them from there. And I know that in Woodford Square, are we forgetting that our first prime minister, Dr. Eric Williams, christened there the People's Parliament? That is where people are supposed to go and debate the issues right next door while Parliament going on. Sessions used to be holding in the Woodford Square. There many times when he done finishing the Parliament, he used to come across there and meet people in Woodford Square. So since when we reached to the state now, what it is everybody afraid of? I really not understanding it, you know. We are in a dictatorship, right? I can't understand what is going on.
Well, I wouldn't agree with that simply because if we were there, trust me, we wouldn't be having free radio, free press still. We wouldn't even be able to speak.
So maybe it's ready creeping. Maybe it's very creeping. Maybe they ain't galloping us yet, but it's maybe still creeping. You understand? Yeah. And the thing about it also is that, as Zina mentioned there, you see, when those things were happening, there was no SOE. Yes, so people were protesting. The SOEs are like the SOE unleashes a different creature, takes charge, precedence over certain things. And apparently, well, we finding out more and more it is the police. So it is not even to say when you go reach the SOE, it is the government, because I don't think even under the last administration when the SOE was called was because of the government deciding to call an SOE. No, Wendell, it was because they were advised.
No, I don't know that Dr. Rowley when he came to us.
The last SOE when the it was
December 31st. I remember that day that SOE called, you know, December 31st. It was
on
called
the advice
Olia's Day or the 30th. Either the 30th or the 31st it was called.
Yeah.
And of course the election came about April the following year. It was December 30th or 31st. Richard, which one of the days it was when Dr. Rowley called that?
Along that time it was Olia's, so when the gentleman, when the prosecutor got killed in church.
Right, it was Olia's Day.
Right.
Yeah. Right. Because he
but it was
under the state of emergency.
Yeah, but was it on the advice of the security people at that point in time?
They will always use those words, but
they will always say that. They will always say that.
Yeah.
So that's why it always comes across. Well, you know, fundamentally, I've always said states of emergencies as contemplated by the makers of the Constitution were not to fight crime. So it starts off on a wrong footing. But in terms of the conversations that people are having and how the police are and what they're doing and how they're acting, even with regard to that Mote fella, what do you expect? And this is the problem that civilian authorities who cede the power of the state under a state of emergency to the quasi-military or the security services, because that's what you've done, right? You've said that constitutional rights, which are protections against the state and the abuse of power by the state, that's what your constitutional protections are for. Because countries have learned the power historically of the state to infringe on those rights. That's why democracies, those rights are fundamental protections. When you are willy-nilly with it, and in the sense that you constantly see the state of emergency as a crime-fighting tool, which it is not, but you're using it as that for a political agenda to show that you are strong on crime. You have in fact ceded that authority to the security services. If the security services, who will always want that authority, continue to have it repeatedly, then more and more they're going to encroach and become unreasonable and become more and more bold in the restrictions they give. And you're seeing examples of it. You're seeing examples of how they spoke with that Mote boy. You see examples of the 15 districts where you can't protest because it's logical. And that's why it's dangerous. And that's why I've always said, when you cede your fundamental rights and you give it up for some other gain, beware for what you ask for. Because it only creeps further and further and further and further. Yeah. And the more the security services become comfortable, the more they are willing to go further. And the state is complicit because you are civilian authority. That's how you were elected. You were elected as a civilian authority because civilian authorities are how democracies are run. And if you are saying, well, I don't want that issue, so let's give up the rights that the civilian authority is supposed to protect and say, well, it's because of this and X, Y, and Z, and you see it with condescension and arrogance, and everybody goes along with you, there is a piper to pay at the end of the tune.
Yep. And you know when the absurdity will end? When it happens to one of them. Because it's going to happen eventually, you know. Because as Richard just described it, it's going to continue creeping until it's at a gallop. And it's going to eventually spin around and bite you, you know.
Yeah, but I mean, it's logical. You could look at history and see it's nothing you had to make up. That's how human behavior operates. The more power you give me, the more and more comfortable I am with that power, the more I am willing to abuse that power. That's human nature.
So we might very well reach a point then where eventually you may not be able to take back that power from me then.
Listen.
It could get to that point. I don't think Trinidad is at that point yet, but theoretically it could. And you can see it. You can see, and if you're paying attention, and if you're paying attention to the mood of the country, you could see that there is pushback happening from the citizenry. You can see it in social media responses. You can feel the energy of the discomfort and the pushback because of how the state is now pushing against. Initially, people would be just like, ho-hum, another state of emergency, la-di-da-di-da. But the longer it continues, those are the imperceptible pressure points that start to become not imperceptible anymore.
Yeah.
And that's what you're starting to see now. The society is saying, why I can't protest? Why da, 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 da. And you're starting to see eruptions now. Even unions, who are one of the alliances or one of the allies of the government, are starting to now echo a point of view. Wait, what's going on? Even Jack Warner,
yes,
who is an ally of the government, said that, and that's the caution of understanding that a state of emergency is not a crime-fighting tool, because you cannot give security services such unbridled power for so long.
All right, hold 1 minute there, guys.
Hold
on. Let me just take this call because this person hold on for a while, and then we'll go to news and we continue on the other side, right? Good morning.
Guys, good morning.
Morning, Sariba.
Oh, you ran for this one.
Sir Charles and Richard, pleasant good morning to you. I have a question for Richard. Richard, we have an Independence Day coming up just now. Would we be able to have an Independence Day parade? Could you answer me that question, please? Because you can't protest, you can't march, you can't do nothing. Would we be able to have an Independence Day parade and enjoy it? Could you all answer me, please? Because I don't know.
Well, we can't answer that specifically, but obviously from the first year of this government, they obviously do not place a great importance on an Independence Day parade from the actions in their first year. So they didn't see it as being that important from the perspective of patriotism and holding that parade. In fact, when they were in opposition, they have missed that on many years. None of them were represented at those functions. So I don't know how much value they place on the importance of that and whether that is necessary. So that's a question only the Prime Minister and the Cabinet can answer.
Well, more immediately on the horizon, and I see Councillor Batista in the chat there just now. Morning, thanks for rejoining the chat. I haven't seen you chat a long time. What's happening with City Day Parade? This month is City Month. What's happening with the parade and the activities surrounding City Day? I haven't seen or heard anything about it. And of course, you know how I'm passionate about the city still. And why is that stand still downtown? Those are two questions you can private message me and answer me, right? You don't have to answer the chat, right? But Richard, you know, if you pass on a collection basket this morning, you'd collect more than you get in your place. You know, you preach today, brother.
I preach.
It's a ball on hallelujah.
We are going to the news at 8 o'clock. We will be back. Stay with us, and when we come back, we'll continue to take your calls on the other side of the break. Yeah.
The news you need, the clarity you deserve. Local, regional, global. This is Net Radio News Now.
This is News Now on Net Radio and Guile TV. I am Derek McMillan. Thank you for joining us. Prime Minister Kamla Persad-Bissessar has thanked the international community after Trinidad and Tobago was elected to serve as a non-permanent member of the United Nations Security Council for the 2027-2028 term. the country secured the support of 181 UN member states, well above the two-thirds majority required for election. Foreign and CARICOM Affairs Minister Sean Sobers said Trinidad and Tobago accepts the responsibility with humility and will use its tenure to promote peace, security, and international cooperation. He said the country will focus on 3 key areas: combating the illicit trafficking of small arms, advancing the women, peace, and security agenda, and examining the impact of artificial intelligence on global security. Trinidad and Tobago will begin its 2-year term on January 1st, 2027, marking the country's second time on the Security Council, having previously served from 1985 to 1986. Prime Minister Kamla Persad-Bissessar says she will soon meet with the National Security Council to discuss the future of the state of emergency. Her comments come ahead of the reopening of Parliament, where approval will be needed if the government decides to seek a second 3-month extension. Meanwhile, the Office of the Attorney General has dismissed social media claims that the state of emergency expired on June 3rd, clarifying that it remains in effect until midnight on June 17th. The Prime Minister has previously indicated she would support an extension if recommended by the National Security Council. The state of emergency was declared in March in response to concerns over violent crime and gang activity. Opposition leader Penelope Beckles has accused authorities of trying to suppress the PNM's candlelight vigil in San Juan, saying attempts were made to prevent the event from taking place. Addressing supporters at the San Juan Plaza, Beckles criticized restrictions on protests under the state of emergency, arguing that peaceful demonstrations are a normal part of democracy and questioning the need for the recently designated no protest zones. PNM Chairman Marvin Gonzalez also signaled a legal challenge if the government seeks to extend the state of emergency, describing it as unconstitutional. The opposition further called for the removal of Homeland Security Minister Roger Alexander and Defense Minister Wayne Sturge. The vigil ended with supporters holding candles and cell phone lights in what the party described as a demonstration in defense of freedom and democracy. Business groups are calling on the government to justify any extension of the state of emergency with clear evidence that it is reducing crime and improving public safety. Several organizations, including the Greater Tunapuna, San Fernando, and Chaguanas Chambers of Commerce, the Supermarkets Association, and the Confederation of Regional Business Chambers, say any extension must be transparent, proportionate, and supported by measurable results. The groups also stressed that emergency powers should not replace long-term crime-fighting strategies, and urged authorities to protect constitutional rights and civil liberties. Meanwhile, the Office of the Attorney General has clarified that the current state of emergency remains in effect until midnight on June 17th. Prime Minister Kamla Persad-Bissessar has indicated the measure could be extended if recommended by the National Security Council. Police officers and soldiers were deployed to Piccadilly Street, Port of Spain, Wednesday, as organizers attempted to stage an unauthorized walk for peace aimed at ending gang violence. Participants dressed in white gathered for the event, but police said no application had been submitted under the state of emergency regulations. Officers were seen directing people to leave the area, and one woman was arrested following a confrontation with police. Organizers said the initiative was intended to promote unity and peace in communities affected by violence. They estimated that about 200 people took part. Homeland Security Minister Roger Alexander said the government is willing to engage with law-abiding citizens seeking positive change, while police maintained that resources had to be deployed because the event was not properly authorized. Finally, Hezbollah has rejected a U.S.-backed ceasefire proposal between Israel and Lebanon, describing the agreement as a surrender that would serve Israel's objectives. In a statement, Hezbollah leader Naim Qassem said the proposed arrangement was unacceptable, despite announcements by the United States, Israel, and Lebanon aimed at reducing hostilities. The deal would require Hezbollah fighters to withdraw from parts of southern Lebanon, while Lebanese forces assume control of designated security zones near the Israeli border. Lebanese President Joseph Aoun said the agreement could take effect once approved by all parties, but fighting has continued, with Israeli airstrikes reported in southern Lebanon and Hezbollah claiming attacks on Israeli forces. The latest setback highlights the fragility of diplomatic efforts to end months of conflict between Israel and the Iran-backed militant group, as both sides continue military operations despite ongoing international mediation efforts. And that is Net Radio News at this time.
That was News Now. Stay informed with New Era TT Radio. Net Radio.
Your mid-morning just got better. Join Sir Charles for the mid-morning mix and mingle, where good music, real talk, health, and family matters come together, and your voice is heard. Whether you're at work, on the go, or just taking a break, this is the perfect mix to keep you engaged, informed, and entertained. The mid-morning mix and mingle, weekdays, 9 a.m. to 12 noon on New Era TT Radio, Net Radio.
S&H Rumbox, 137 Western Main Road, St. James, for all your retail and wholesale needs for alcohol and non-alcoholic beverages. Call us at 686-0599 or visit us at 137 Western Main Road, St. James. S&H Rumbox, drinking out of the box.
Are you taking care of your sexual health and overall well-being? At Total Image and Dr. Raj Adult Boutique, we believe your confidence, wellness, and intimacy matter. Visit us at our convenient locations: 10 Carmody Street, St. Augustine, Edinburgh, Chaguanas, Shops of Daybay, 95 Circular Road, Vistabella, Docks Ranch Lightpole 51, SS Aaron Road, Penal, and Metro Hotel, Suite 1, Number 2, Knoll Street North, Couva. From relaxing massage services to professional guidance on sexual wellness, we are here to support you every step of the way. Consult with renowned sexologist, Dr. Raj Ramnanan, for expert advice tailored to your needs. Take the first step toward a healthier, more confident you. Call 285-9739 or 645-4543 to book your appointment today. Total Image and Dr. Raj Adult Boutique, where wellness meets confidence.
Gaylan and the Ultimate DJ Shane presents the Reggae Ride 26. A touch of red, white, gold, and green. Come out with your crew. Represent your color. Get ready for pure reggae vibes on June 27th on board the Harbour Master. Born in 11 p.m. and sailing at midnight. For over 20 years, the Reggae Ride has delivered the best reggae experience. Music by DJ Damien, Ever Slick, DJ Junior, Gaylan, and the Ultimate DJ Shane. Get your advance tickets only $250 at Agard's Nuts House and City Furniture Stores nationwide or on islandnytickets.com.
Remember the song, used to make you rock away. Those were the days.
Powered by Agard's Nuts House, City Furniture, Tokopia Hotel and Lounge, Cricket Land Academy. The Reggae Ride 26, a touch of red, white, gold, and green.
Just a little bit longer, baby. Oh, my love keeps growing stronger.
Advertise with us on New Era TT Radio, the fastest growing streaming platform for talk in Trinidad and Tobago. Audio and video ads welcome. Elevate your brand with us. Connect with us at newerattradio@yahoo.com or call us at 299-5156. Now what are you waiting for?
How the time goes by so quickly.
Yeah.
And the third hour already, people. It's 14 minutes past the hour, 8 o'clock. So if you have to be at work, well, unless you're already taking the day off, and supporting the protest, supporting the shutdown. I don't know how the history of those things have worked in Trinidad and Tobago. I don't know if anybody has been, if we have had much that already, like voluntary stay-at-home kind of things that have worked. I don't know. I can't recall.
No, it hasn't worked very good.
Yeah.
But let me tell you something. You see, in a Trinidad and Tobago context, apathy is a very comfortable space. And people may have opinions on issues and even strong opinions. But in terms of activating it and being actioned because of your opinion, a lot of Trinidadians move into apathy in terms of that response. They will have opinions, but they don't do anything about it. And there is a lot of justification that they will give for their apathetic response. And that has been my experience.
Yeah.
That people will have strong opinions on issue, but if they have to activate any actual action, inverted commas, to justify to facilitate what they actually believe, they will have a justification about why they should be apathetic and not activate.
That's true. Space.
They will always have a justification, whatever it is. You know, I don't think that's going to make it's not going to make any difference. That's the kind of excuses you get. I don't think me alone doing anything will matter much. They will find all sorts of intellectual justifications why to be apathetic.
Yeah.
And that kind of attitude has not worked for us at all, you know.
The only time we saw a difference, the only time we actually saw a protest of some sort resonate in this place was actually that Section 34 march, you know. That was huge.
Well, that Section 34 march, that was one. The Keith Noel march was another. When a lot of people marched for that Keith Noel march against crime. You also had the march against murder, where people lay down like bodies in front of the Red House. So there have been marches that pulled people together, because I remember I was in the Keith Noel march. I marched in that one. The Section 34 one, I didn't march in it so much as
Section 34 one was huge, yeah?
The Section 34 one
has compared with that one so far.
Well, I don't know. The Keith Noel march was pretty big. The Section 34 was big too. I don't know which was bigger. I can't say. I was there for that one. I remember the Section 34 march. I was at work, but I came out of work and I went at the corner and I walked up a little bit with it. But I was more like taking video and stuff and snapping pictures of people, that kind of thing. So I didn't actually do that much, but I saw it pass. And somebody, but that one was a lot of PNM people with that one. Well, then
that was almost the whole PNM membership.
Yeah, that was the Section 34. The Keith Noel march was more. The Keith Noel march was more diverse, but the Section 34 was very PNM. I remember I was taking pictures.
I think I want to agree with that, Richard.
Okay, well, you're entitled to disagree, but that's what it was. You're entitled to disagree, but that's what it was. But when I got up, because I remember being in Section I remember being in Section 34 and I was holding up my phone, kind of taking video, and a woman passed and said, "Hey, yeah, great. You afraid somebody grabbed that phone?" And somebody bought, "Nah, PNM people don't teeth." And then a whole section of the crowd laughed. So that's Wendell, that Section 34 was largely a PNM thing.
It was led by the then opposition leader, who was Dr. Rowley. But there were a lot of union people. There were a lot of people who was cussing Rowley was in that. Plenty of people who used to be cussing Dr. Rowley was in that.
Yeah, but
the PNM was in opposition at that point.
Yes.
I have not seen anything really and truly, to see that we had any sort of march protest that really made any great impact, disruption, or in our society. The only thing I remember and I can see on record that really was the Black Power movement. But after that,
we now just tell you about two, three things, and you won.
And I'm telling you, they happened, but they did not. What do you expect from some of those things?
No, Section 34 march got an immediate response from the government.
Yes, it was. They pulled the law, but that Section 34 did work. But But even though the Section 34 did have some value in terms of what it was trying to do too, so it was badly handled. But there was some positives in how it was trying to deal with the court system out of that law.
With people spending 10 years language.
Yeah, all of that. So it was addressing all of those issues and putting an onus on the state to get its act together, or don't keep people who may be potentially innocent waiting for so long. But of course, because of the people who are going to benefit from it,
and when it was proclaimed,
when it was proclaimed
in the night of independence.
And not only that, that those people filed their things pretty much immediately after, I think.
Yes.
So I think all of that fed into why it was perceived the way it was perceived.
And the then minister, deceased Herbert Volney, went out and buy a vehicle with the number PCY or PAY 34. Oh, you can't remember that?
Yeah, I can't remember all of that.
A red Audi.
Yeah, but you know, former Justice Volney was, a character.
He fell out with his own government over that because he felt that they had set him up and he became the scapegoat. Do you remember? He resigned and there was a by-election. All of that happened,
Yeah.
A by-election that Terence Dale.
And he was a little hasty in terms of his personality, and used to feel he was always right. Because I remember I was in a meeting with him because he was my line minister at one point, and I was in a meeting with that, and we had a kind of fallen out. And I objected to what he was saying at the time. I said, no. I said that this was your responsibility, Minister, and you didn't do X. You said to do X, Y, and Z. Oh, we should have reminded him, or something like that. And I said, my responsibility is not to remind you.
He was your line minister, wasn't he?
Yes. But you know, you have people who feel they can bully you and be rude, or not rude, but borderline rude and disrespectful. And
yeah, I know.
You know the types. You know the types when politics plays one day. You know it. So.
An issue that brings the whole of Trinidad and Tobago, not just the political parties, one or two unions, older people, and leave out young people. Issues that are surrounding everybody, that the country is making a general push against something, and I have not seen or felt that.
Well, I mean,
but you could feel that there is a push right now back against the power of the state. You can feel that in the population right now. You could see it in social media. You could see the coalescing, is that the correct word, of different interests.
Disparate forces.
You could see it happening, and people starting to talk, and people saying, wait, where are we going? Where are we going? This is not the Trinidad that we know. And that has to be concerning to the government. And if it's not concerning to Kamala Persad-Bissessar, as you said, Wendell, maybe she doesn't really care at this point.
I don't think she cares.
It doesn't care in the sense of she doesn't care what you think. In terms of she's very zoned in on what she thinks, which is never great for leadership. But it may be how she sees it. But certainly the other members of parliament and the other members of a cabinet can't be insensitive to the fact that there is pushback happening in the society, and it's not a PNM pushback, because that's what they like to frame it as. They like to frame it as anytime there is some sort of opposition to issues, both sides like to do it too. They like to say is a political thing to kind of discredit it.
Yeah, but
which is wrong.
Let's focus
which
on
is wrong. Which is wrong.
People are now saying, oh, you didn't say nothing for 9 years. oh, you had to be a PNM. That's what people are saying now. The fanatics who subscribe to the nonsense that when the TTPS finally reach around to them and the family, they go change the tune. Because a lot of these people who are already changing the tune was openly supporting the UNC back then, to get rid of Rowley the dictator. And now look at what is happening, because they are going to feel it. It is eventually going to reach to them.
Yeah, I know you're talking about Dr. Rowley, and I'm always being accessible to the media, and he was.
Mm-hmm.
I will give him that. He was accessible to the media. But a lot of times, sometimes the media, a lot of times the media did not ask him hard enough questions because they were intimidated by him, because of how he responded and how sometimes arrogant and condescending he was in terms of dealing with the media. So you could be accessible, but you weren't always approachable in terms of the questions that the media could have asked you. So just to put that clarification out there.
He never walked out in an interview, though, eh? He never.
No, but he had a general kind of combative attitude that some journalists may have been intimidated by.
Yeah. But it had one or two press conferences after he shut down too, you know.
No, don't try that.
Yes, I remember there was one particular thing that he shut down the
well, tell me what those say things that you ain't sure about. I'm sure in all that I have seen with Dr. Rowley, he has never shut down an interview or he might have shut down people in the interview, but he never walk out on an interview. And as Richard said, he might have shut them down by his demeanor, but he never tell nobody. He never walk out and say that's enough, fired enough, and thing. He never do that. No, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I remember seeing one of them. I'll do a little pull up on
it. Find it and show it. And that's what we're here for.
I know find it.
Challenging the Charles.
Yeah. What is the PNM?
Don't feel you can just talk.
Stuart Young stoops and walk away from somebody already.
We take your calls and stick them on as they come. Call on the morning. Virginia, Florida.
Good morning, gentlemen, again, front and center, Florida. Anyway, look, I need to correct something I myself have been guilty of for the one time I've been wrong about something. But before I do, I want to just make a official affirmation of something. I want to say categorically and very strongly that Donald Trump is doing a terrible job. A terrible job. Will you hear that?
Yes, he's doing a terrible job.
As far as being a racist is concerned. Anyway, so with the appointment of Mrs. Carol, Jennifer Johnson Carroll, beautiful lady, man. Oh Lord. Anyway, but I want to correct a statement I myself was guilty of saying, that she was the first Trinidad-born ambassador of the United States to Trinidad. That is not correct. As a matter of fact, the individual who had that title was actually John Larry Estrada from Laventille. Take a bow, Laventille. Yeah, man.
We interviewed him.
Yes.
We interviewed him.
What he was?
Richard, do you remember?
What is that?
Richard, don't you remember interviewing Mr. Estrada?
Richard.
Then Rhoda, it was me and Rhoda on the show. We have a picture posing with him.
Yeah, Richard.
Right, yeah. Oh. So she's the first woman ambassador, maybe, but but no, Estrada. I know that man was before all of this. When we become ambassador, he was the Sergeant Major of the United States Marine Corps. When I say not a Sergeant Major, the Sergeant Major. Like some of the services, you have the highest enlisted. He's not commissioned officer like a lieutenant or whatever, but he was the highest recognized and ranked enlisted officer that represented the enlisted ranks and stuff. So he was the Sergeant Major of the Marine Corps. all over the country and all over the world, he made appearances doing his job. So that is a great, great accomplishment. And a guy from John, right? John, he was from somebody Labantil. I might be wrong with that part. But anyway, from that side of the track in my hood. All right. So so I just want to correct that. Okay. So anyway, guys, that's it. So run over and out, and Captain John signing out. Yes, that is in the release. That is what Sir Charles labeled me as, Captain John. Anyway,
thanks very much, Virginia. Thank you very much. All right. Good morning, caller.
We did interview Mr. Estrada on the breakfast show.
Good morning, Captain. With Wendell and Richard.
Good day, Bishop.
Listen to me. The same error that the PNM made is the same error the UNC making. I remember carefully. People forgetting. I want to remind them. When Dr. Rowley came, he was anointed by the Shouter Baptist. I introduced him to the Shouter Baptist community in Ballingsley House. There was a function for that. And at a certain time during the period of time of governance, he was feared by the members. The members of the PNM were afraid to speak anything or say anything that Dr. Rowley was doing because of fear of victimization. It's the same thing happening with the UNC right now. You have people who are sitting in cabinet who are members of the party who are afraid to say anything negative about the political leader, even say in a constituency environment, because they are afraid of victimization by the political leader and the members who are around the political leader. So you have no constituency executive meeting. You're not meeting with the membership of the executive at the constituency level. You don't know what members are thinking. And then you're making decisions and taking away the rights of the citizens. So you are attacking our constitutional rights to speak and to march. And that is not all going well for the party. You are when you attack people's democratic rights to speak and to march and to give opinions on issues, and you want to use a state of emergency to take away the rights of the citizens, you are only there for one term, and that's if you make it through the term. Because if you call a local government election now, you're going to lose it. People who supported the UNC wanted to get rid of Dr. Rowley, They wanted to get rid of Dr. Rowley because Dr. Rowley was a villain to the PNM. He damaged the PNM. You operating on political leadership, you don't care what's happening to the UNC because you know you will not be there for long. So what are we going to do right now? We are going to march. That's who have the ability to march and tell them, who have the voice to tell them who's afraid of them, can tell them that right now they are damaging the membership of the UNC who supported them.
All right. Okay, no problem. Thanks very much, Bishop.
And he is an avowed supporter of the UNC. Yeah? I'm telling you, they're going to alienate their own people.
Yeah. I remember we were talking about this morning, and that's basically what we were saying too. You understand? There are people, when you have what you might consider to be maximum leaders, I suppose, people will go along, support almost any and everything that they do, because they are themselves don't want to be removed from the positions that they have and are enjoying right now.
Yeah.
So they go along with everything. Some people go along knowing very well that they're going to crash the bus too, and after they crash the bus, I could be the new driver. Is that some people on board like that too?
Yes.
Caller, good morning.
So, Charles, good morning to you.
Morning to you, buddy.
Wendell.
Morning.
I like to think the background. Morning.
All right.
If you're here. So anyway, today is a year since the Prime Minister last spoke at a post-cabinet Ethan, June 5th,
Yes.
1 whole year, she has not faced the public. And isn't she the prime minister of our country? I guess not. So that is that. The bishop who spoke just now, well, he was very passionate and true. And you see, our country, we like it so. And I'm not saying that because of any political thing. We saw what the prime minister was doing last when when the government came into power. I saw that. I saw traits of some things that were going to happen. And when she started off with the SOE and then extended and so on, I say, no, these people don't know what they're doing. She doesn't want to govern the country. The police commissioner doesn't want to do his job without an SOE. So we have to take that, and people would get fed up. Protest had to be it, and protest doesn't always mean something bad, something negative. It's our types of protests, right? So look how many thousands of people used to march in the United States against the George Floyd killing and so on. Hundreds of thousands of people, and that was a simple protest. When I say simple, no sort of violence and so on. So in Trinidad, we are not violent. Normal people, we are not violent. I ain't talking about the criminals out there who killing people. I have never been on a protest, and not because I don't want to. I prefer to stay at the sideline, but I will support it in the spirit. I'm not going in person, right? But then we saw just a few handful of people doing something. Now I ain't talking about the one they didn't get permission for, but the others with Alyssa. What are few people going to do? Are they armed? So why do they have so much police officers there? Especially because most of the people to me were females. So you see, our country, we're going to hell in a handbasket. And as far as Jack Warner is concerned, he said when Piana was in power that the Dr. Rowley Harper's going on an abyss. I think he said something about this country going on, Not chaos. Chaos is too easy a word. But we are not looking good. And the UNC supporters just want to say something good about it. They're saying, a guy said it this morning, I heard him, he said that all over the world and financial newspapers, people willing to come to Trinidad to invest. I wish he could show us that. Because which country here and be on SOE upon SOE and upon SOE who want to come and invest in our country with all of this happening? They're doing a negative to their own self, Madam Prime Minister. So next week, the 17th or the 18th, whichever day it is, midnight, just go extend this thing and the country might be back to normalcy. There's too many people on edge because a lot of people are unemployed. So for now, I am saying goodbye. Until next week, please God. Okay, bye.
It'll be interesting to see what happens next week on the 17th when the SOE comes in. But I also want to use Cheryl Henry's example here. There's a story of this dog who had this bone in his mouth, and he was leaning over the water and watching at his image in the water and seeing a next dog with a bone, and he legoed the bone in his mouth to try to get the bone in the other dog's mouth. Well, that is what's going on right now in Trinidad and Tobago. Cheryl Henry, you said it well. You understand? That's what happened.
So what you're saying, that if people was disgruntled with what they have, they should just stay with it? I don't believe it. I don't like what people.
Is that what you picked up from that?
Yes, that's what you're telling me.
No, I never said.
I was under pressure, and I should have stayed with that pressure because I'm getting more pressure. So,
but you are getting more pressure, eh? And you getting more pressure?
Yeah, but it doesn't mean I should have stayed with the last of the pressure. If a woman living with a man and he beat her tail, and she feels to move, and she feels she's going to get something better on the next side, it might end up worse. But it doesn't mean she has to stay with it.
Wrong analogy. But guess what? We knew this is like you was getting licks before. You leave that man. You go by next man, he ain't treating you to right, but you go back to the next man.
And you could leave again.
You're going back to the same man who was cutting your tail. That is the proper analogy you need to make. That is the one you need to make. You're going back with the first man who was cutting your tail. And that first man was coughing you back in your face.
Right.
The second man was using harsh words.
And what is your choice now?
The second man was using harsh words and buffing you and thing. But you're going back to the man who was sitting there, whap up in your face.
Yes. So here what you have to do now again. If we look at that in that regard, so you're going to leave this man now and go back to the next man again. So you really can't win.
No, that next man gone. That next man gone. He gone.
That next man gone.
The man was buffing you gone. Now you have a man. Well, a woman.
No.
You go with a woman this time. You go with a woman who kind of
we could only hope.
And she quiet and she take
Well, we had a hope that what there better than what was too. Yes, but
I wish, Sir Charles.
But I don't agree with that kind of analogy where politics is concerned.
Sir Charles, I wish a brand new movement could come up. I really wish Stuart Young had not called an election and people would have seen, because I think Stuart Young is good for this place. I think Stuart Young has the characteristics around this country. I only sorry he went and fall for whoever advised him and call
so a quick election. What all they have here right now could deliver that?
No, but I was just saying that we have a nice quiet person, and maybe the country needs a quiet, laid back kind of person. I don't know what the country needs.
Stable,
all I know is that this Trinidad and Tobago will see less and less of me. That's what I know. Until the day my maker say, "Hey, I'm ready for you. Sit at my right hand here and don't move. You gonna help me sort out all these people who coming up this way."
We need quiet, forward-thinking persons who have the best interests of the country at heart. But guess what? Look and see who's surrounding them.
Hello.
Good morning, Gerard Darlington. Good morning. You come out. Morning. Sorry, go ahead, ma'am.
Miss Henry. Yes.
It is very bad when you open the lines.
Miss Henry, sometimes we are finishing up a point.
Don't open the lines until all you finish discuss. Good thing I'm clear. Give me free landline and cell phone line. Lord have mercy. Anyway, let me move on. God, like I lose my trend of thought.
Oh Lord.
Let me tell you. You see, that I don't know why. Yes, this is what I want to talk about. I don't know why some people just put in the hands of the police to get arrested. How could you? I don't know if those people around Piccadilly Street thought, as they say, we're walking for peace, it's a march for peace. You don't have to inform the police. Good Lord, I listened to the officer yesterday when he said, we have to know when there's any march, protest, whether you want to march for food, what. All you come out, they three of them get arrested. I don't mind only putting money in the treasury, because Minister Tanku say there are no money and I'm still waiting for my back pay, right? But why are you putting all yourself in harm's way? Come on, they say you're not supposed to go and protest unless you get police permission. Oh God, that's so hard. Man, gosh, I think the police and them must again fed up of this nonsense now, man. It's sickening, man. Oh, you only going out there and willy, and nothing happened. And I keep telling people, the nurses protested since the beginning of this year. And if they haven't taken on this government and budge with nurses who, it's sick people they're dealing with, them have time with tutor and with this justice, march for justice. Look, all your rocks with that here, yeah? Try and stay in all your house.
Thanks very much.
What did you say?
Henry? I think the police...
Because this state looks like they're not doing anything or taking on protests, don't notify the police. And it's not permission to protest if it's a silent protest and stuff. You just have to notify. So there's no permission. It's notification too, which is separate. There's a case on that. So because people may feel aggrieved about certain things, do nothing and stay at home because nothing will come of it if you raise your voice. That's wonderful advice.
Yeah. Hola, good morning.
It's not advice we endorse.
And a pleasant morning to Richard.
Yeah, morning, Zina.
All right. Listen, this time I agree with you, Miss Digo Martin. Nah, Cheryl, man. People have to come out and make their voices heard. That is the only way you will know. So what if everybody stay home and say nothing and do nothing? They will feel, well, everybody in agreement and they like what's going on? No. There must be pushback against this kind of thing. You're taking away all the rights of citizens, and it cannot be. Imagine you can't take up a placard and go and stand up in Woodford Square now, even if it's silent. Why? That's the people's parliament. And I agree with people pushing back, but you see, the real pushback can't come because the unions are divided. Where's Jacob in all this? They didn't invite PSA Credit Union, you know why? Because they're all part of the government. Why would the unions want to get so entrenched in the government that I can't even hear Roger mouth now? What does Roger say now? Who hears him? Why were the unions being so deeply involved? You may support a government, yes, but all you go and get entwined with the government, so all you can't fight against them now. So
but they were entwined, but Zina, they had supported the PNM and they turned against the PNM.
About and protest.
Yeah.
And people have to protest to get what many times to get a change in certain things. So I not agreed with just sitting down home and not going out because we're not in agreement with it. Thank you.
Okay.
Where's the happy hour now? Give me some damn joke to start the weekend, eh?
I actually forgot that. I actually forgot the happy hour.
No, we're going to do it now. We're going to do it just now. But let me just remind Zina. The same Roger had supported Dr. Rowley too. He was right there alongside Dr. Rowley with Section 34 March and so on. The union supported Dr. Rowley's in opposition to become Prime Minister, and then they turned against him. You think that ain't gonna happen again? Wait and see.
Well, the issue of unions will go wherever they feel they're going to get the benefit for the workers they represent. So they're not necessarily aligned to any party permanently. They will shift back and forth depending on who they think is seeking their interests.
Yeah.
Some voters are like that too.
Somewhat?
Voters are like that too.
Oh.
And some politicians are like that too.
Mm-hmm.
That's why they shift back and forth. They jump the fence and they go back and they come back.
Well, we see examples of that, not so? You want to tell me it had no good lawyer? All the lawyers who championed the UNC cause over the years, especially that 9 years in opposition, are going to cause a little baccarat here. All the lawyers they have, let me finish now. All the lawyers they have, the bright lawyers they had, who championed the cause, none of them could be an attorney general. Is an attorney general from the PNM to be an attorney general in this government? I will choke in fire now. All they want no good is a PNM to come and be all your attorney general because none of you in with it.
Anyhow, people, it's time for our Let's Stop segment. I really get tied up with this day and I really feel like it's Monday.
Actually, yes, sir.
Luella? Yes, sir.
Madam and I are about to have an altercation.
Shall I begin?
If you wish.
Lancecroft, you are a despicable human being. Take that.
You really think you could do that to me and get away with it, you wretched creature?
A woman? You animal.
Benchley? Benchley, you know what it is being married to Evelyn? Boring.
Oh, I think that just about did it. I'm losing all my self-control. I think I'm going to have a temper tantrum. I hate you! I hate you! I hate you! Why? I hate you! No! Nobody loves me! Oh, nobody!
Your temper tantrums don't move me at all.
Very well. You leave me no alternative but to end this thing once and for all. Oh. I'm sorry to have to do this, Lancecroft, but I'm going to kill myself. I must do it. There is no other way.
Oh, Evelyn, I can't go on living without you.
Sure you can.
No, I can't.
I don't have to laugh or cry with that one.
You know what's the interesting thing about it is when she said, "I'm going to kill myself,"
must be another way.
The mate turned around and is like, "What?"
and that might actually be a spin on how politicians could manipulate some people, you know. That's an interpretation there, you know. That you go out of your way.
That's why some bars, not high-end bars, some not so high-end bars have upsides. No politics and no religion.
Don't bring that in.
Is it those two things that people become virtually mentally ill about in a kind of way? I suppose that maybe mentally ill should not be the correct. That's not the correct word. They become maybe mentally distorted in terms of those two topics that they can create havoc in terms of arguments. So I remember I've seen bars where they mark no religion, no
politics.
No politics. Yeah. That and alcohol don't mix.
So, anyway,
whole bar because of that.
Yeah. Clinton said yes. City Day activities are on this month, including the parade and so on. So we look forward to that. I guess Clint will update us. Clint, we'll have to interview one morning, right, to get a sense of what's happening in the city. Either yourself or the mayor, or maybe both of you, to find out what's happening in the city for City Month. All right.
I saw the Arima Borough Council in a news item. It wasn't last night, I think maybe the night before, that said they had run out of money and they had to release some of their temporary workers, and that they didn't have money to pay salaries and stuff. And they had they had a quote from the Minister of Local Government saying that, you know, people, they should have submitted whatever, and they said they submitted their request 2 months ago. So there seems to be a standoff. But that's concerning because, so the Minister of Local Government, to me, has to do better than just make a blank statement. The issue is workers and their salaries.
Yeah.
So that needs to be ramped up. and the ego posturing on both sides need to just stop. Yeah. And certainly as the representative for Arima, I think the opposition leader should be a little bit more concerned and activist-oriented with regard to the issue, because this concerns Burgesses who you are representing as the Member of Parliament. Beyond the Borough Council and beyond all of that, it also concerns you as the representative for the people of Arima. That's all I have to say on that.
I had to check. Send that story for me. I had to check that out.
Send it for you. One look and see and see tree and look for it.
What do you mean? Is something in Arima, specific to Arima?
With the Arima Borough Council, they said that they had run out of funding. And they're waiting now for funding from the media review, which seems to be a secret when that would be. And that they had to release temporary workers and stuff like that. And the current workers, it seemed to suggest in the article, not the article, in this news story, that they weren't sure they had funds to even pay the regular workers. That seems to be suggested.
Because I noted that.
And they talked about, talking to the minister and they made some sort of comment about she didn't see any requests from them, and they said they put in a request 2 months ago. They're not actually interviewing the people there. This is just third-party reporting. And I'm like, what?
Hold 1 minute. Let me just take this final caller. Caller, good morning.
Good morning. 2 points I'd like to mention. I wanted this, but here, let me disagree with the caller that spoke about it making sense going out there because nothing's happening. I want to give a direct quote of a minister that said something about not protesting. I don't know if you remember this, Wendell, and I might be wrong with a couple of the words. I raised gas once, they didn't protest. I raised it twice, they didn't protest. Who knows? I might raise it a third time. You remember that?
Yeah. The words were there in riot yet.
The riot, you get correct.
Yeah.
So not protesting gives a particular message, and it was stated by a minister too. So that's a statement of it making sense not going out there. I definitely don't agree with that at all. You must go out there and show your displeasure about how the government is performing. Whether they respond to it or not, it is your duty if you're displeased to go out there and show your displeasure.
Yeah,
right?
But these protests not even so much about the government; they're more about the TTPS and how their actions. It ain't even so much about the government. I ain't seen nobody calling for a government. Well, they calling for what's his name, Homeland Security Minister to go. But why you go? Because who were blowing a bag? Who will go and kill the Japan them on a tree, on a nest? Who will do that? So leave them alone.
So thanks again, man. I forget the other point. Later, have a good one.
Yeah.
All right. No problem.
Gerald Darlington, I've seen some people commenting on your comment earlier on, because when I see it, I say, I don't know what world you live in, that we are better off now than under the PNM. Gerald, let me find your comment there. I don't want to misquote you, know. Let me find your comment. Because I see a couple people responded to it. He said, Wendell aren't nonsense. We are better off than we were under the PNM. Well, maybe you are, but certainly the country isn't, and a lot of people aren't, because thousands of people lost their jobs. You understand? Thousands of people have been sent home that we don't even know about. Thousands more people can't be paid for work that they do, even whilst they're working. I mean, we're hearing it every single day. So maybe you are better off than under the PNM, but certainly not we, okay? And then you went on further to say you were going good until you mentioned Stuart. What's wrong with mentioning Stuart? I thought Stuart Young needed more time to be Prime Minister and to show people what he could do. I think Stuart Young's heart is in the right place. I mean, we all know, I think Stuart Young was just set up in a kind of way, because he got prime ministership and then called an election the next day. Yeah, you know what I mean? I don't know if that was his calling, but certainly I didn't agree with it. You know, so I didn't agree with how Stuart Young became thing either. We were on radio talking all those things, but I really think Stuart Young is a good person. Not that I've taken away anything from Penny, but whatever happened with the PNM in terms of leadership and whatnot, All the best to them. You understand? But I'll leave it there.
All right. Well, that's where we will leave it also. It's just bordering on 9 o'clock. Richard, anything you have to tell us before we go?
No, that's it. Have a fantastic weekend. Remember, the smile and laugh is great for your health. Of course, New Era TT Radio continues on newerattradio.com, where you can listen to the excellent programming throughout the day. And of course, Net Radio Trinidad on TuneIn for your smart devices. So you can continue to enjoy the programming until we rejoin you on Monday morning. So have a fantastic weekend. Remember to smile and laugh. It's great for your health. Have a great weekend. And I'll keep you posted about what's happening in theater next week as we get closer and closer to the end of the month, because we're approaching mid-month next week, actually. And then we will tell you that the play is back on the 27th and 28th of June at Queen's Hall. We are finally at Queen's Hall, people. For those people who have been asking us when we're getting to Queen's Hall, because some people prefer Queen's Hall above all. So we will be at Queen's Hall on the 27th and 28th. And the following weekend, the 4th and 5th of July, we'll be back at Naparima Bowl with Scandal in Cedras. If you have not seen it, you should not miss it. And I know several people have seen it multiple times. So you should not miss it. It's an excellent play to de-stress and forget about the stress of life in whatever form it is attacking you. Wendell, you have anything to say?
Yeah, have an absolutely wonderful weekend. Be careful on the nation's roads. And remember to let go and let God. Look out for the young ones, please.
Yep. Yeah, the weekend has begun, people. Play that. It's Friday, Sir Charles. You have been watching and listening to The Breakfast Show. We know you have choices, and we're glad that you chose us.
It's a Friday, baby. Stuck on you. I got this feeling down deep in my soul that I just can't lose. Doesn't know. Yes, I'm on my way. DJ Jazzy on the remix, baby. To the world. Yes, I'm on my way. Shake what your mama gave ya. Hey.
Get up, it's the time to start the day. The breakfast show is here. We bring in the soca way. Yeah. Wake up, it's a brand new dawn. The breakfast show got the vibes turned on. From Maracas Bay to the Savannah line, let's start the day in Caribbean prime. Good vibes rolling through the air. The breakfast show